Happy Halloween! In today's episode, entitled Big Black Cock Slap, stop, it's not what you're thinking. Not really. Our crew continues their adventures in some world, somewhere. It's spooky. They don't know what's going on. We we had a good time with this one. A lot of inappropriate humor. This is definitely a not safe for work episode. But hey, we had a good time. We hope you have a good time and a fun holiday and a safe holiday. We'll see you next time. We hope you enjoy.
We're off to adventure to go roll the dice. Come seize your advantage and you'll roll them twice. Even if we lose our way, we'll make a journey someday. Something awaits you, so wake us away. Who knows what role you'll play? Who knows what role you'll play?
All right. So today we have our Halloween episode with our skeleton crew, as Michael pointed out.
In order to set the atmosphere, we have killed off the other players.
Yeah, exactly. We've sacrificed Nolan next to the Great Beyond.
The Great Pumpkin.
To the Great Pumpkin. Yeah, I saw that yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
How old are you?
Well, that means the sacrifice was a success.
Just kidding.
Wow.
You are never too old for the Great Pumpkin.
No, I agree.
I'm gonna say, shut your hole. You watch
I've
the
never
Christmas
seen it.
special. What? No, you should watch it. It's adorable. Anyway, besides the rudeness, just housekeeping notes. Nex is still doing work stuff, so he's out of commission, and Noel just up and said, I'm out. I'm not coming, you guys suck, so we're gonna miss her for this one. But she should hopefully be back next time. And that didn't ruin my plans at all, so that's fine. But no, it's fine. This is gonna be either extremely terrifying or just goofy and whatever. Roll20 has been giving me issues today. It's been eating a lot of the assets that I've been feeding it, so I really hope everything works and nothing goes awry. And I'm also trying a new thing this session. Hopefully I can do that with a minimal amount of hemming and hawing and difficulty. We'll see. Alright. So, to recap from last session, Davynn.
Hi.
Paralyzed. Is still paralyzed. I was taken to the druids outside of Migraine after dealing with some local farmers who may or may not have a crush on Kern. We don't know. But the crew was selected. We lost somebody already.
Too spooky for them.
Sid.
Oh, was that Sid? I assumed
Yeah.
it was Twinki.
No, it's it.
Oh no, Sid!
He was the first to die on that
No.
day.
Then there were three. Davynn is still paralyzed. The others brought him to the processional, where he was selected to accompany the druids to the inner circle and assist them in their rites. After which there was a detailed ceremony, and you all popped out of consciousness. That's where we left off. Make sure Sid's in okay. It's just gonna be the ghost for this episode.
It's very spooky music.
It's Sin's music. I forgot to get some. It's been a week. Sid, are you with us, or are you still connecting?
Hold on. Buffering.
Hello?
Hi!
Okay. Alright. Yeah,
Yeah, you made
it
it
just
back.
froze.
Whoa.
And then I didn't have a mouse. And then it didn't
Oh,
recognize my
no.
keyboard.
Get a new computer, man!
Yeah.
And then the
I think it's
words,
time.
I can see you, popped up on my screen. And then the words, I'm inside your house.
Spooky. Has anybody here played Untold Stories? Or Stories Untold? I forget which way it is.
I have. Stories Untold.
Stories Untold?
You bought it for me.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to buy it for everybody, but if you haven't played it, you should, because it's spooky. Anyway. But Sid's computer problems reminded me of. Okay, so everyone dropped out of consciousness during the druidic ceremony, and we pop back up. I will be asking for random rolls from each of you on occasion, and this is one of those times. Everyone roll a die 20, please.
Hey, Michael.
Way to break the streak, guys.
Low is good.
Yeah.
That's because we're rebels.
Yep. Okay. So, that is the order in which you wake up. Michael and Kern, you guys go first. This is the new thing. You won't be playing yourselves for this session. Not entirely.
Ooh.
So I've made you all NPC character sheets
Oh, cool.
with your
Ah.
abilities on them, and I really hope that I did it correctly and that it works well. So we shall see. So the first to open their eyes are Davynn and Kern. Davynn, you seem to be extremely low to the ground, although that's not out of the ordinary for you as of late. But you can kind of feel all your extremities. Like, you can kind of wiggle your toes and sort of wiggle your nose a little bit, although you don't remember it wiggling quite so freely before. Kern, as you open your eyes blearily, seem to be a few feet off the ground. Not your full height, but like half height, like 2 or 3 feet. You kind of feel bent over. Like your face is sort of pointed towards the ground. I will give you your character sheets.
I'm so excited.
Make sure I do this correctly.
Also, Sid, your new image in Roll20 is great.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Davynn.
I'm me again! Woof!
Such a good. Aw.
So yes, as you come to yourselves, Davynn, any attempt to speak out loud comes out in a little yip, a very high pitched yip. But you do have all of your faculties. You can indeed stand up off the ground. You can move freely. You are no longer paralyzed. But you do seem to be inhabiting the body of a golden retriever puppy.
I immediately spring to my feet, or attempt to, because I think I have been unparalyzed and everything is okay. And then suddenly I can no longer stand on 2 legs comfortably.
No.
And so I fall over.
Funk. Onto a dusty, hay-strewn wooden floor. Kern, you catch sight of a longish blonde mane in your peripheral vision. Yeah. You seem to be some sort of pony type creature. Standing a few feet off the ground, with a lovely blonde mane and ginger, kind of longer fur, so more like a Highland pony or Shetland pony. You're a little longer haired.
I see even in death, Kern's hair can't be tarnished.
No. The hair cannot be diminished. It cannot be dimmed in any way. It's still a glorious mane, except blonde instead of red. And you two, as you take in your surroundings, I will change, very reluctantly change our happy little friend pal's picture.
Uh-oh.
Taking in your surroundings, you seem to be in a fairly decrepit old barn. The light that comes in, rather than the golden tinged sun, seems more like a moon. It does seem to be dark outside, and there is a very thick chain, to the point where you can see it from your position on the opposite end of the door. But a very thick chain that holds this door shut. It seems to be padlocked.
I would like to test the mental link spell that we had.
Okay.
I will think in my puppy mind and hope that my own voice comes through.
What will you think?
Hello, everybody. Can anybody hear me? I appear to be a dog.
Yes, not only can you hear your own thoughts in your own normal manner of speech, but Kern and Xylund and Hildreth, you hear them as well. We'll let Hildreth and let's see, we'll get him going here. Everyone can see, and so Hildreth can see. Hildreth, as you drift towards consciousness, you two seem to be a lot lower to the ground than you're used to. And you make a soft rustling noise as you wake in the gloom on a straw-covered floor. And you do look very much like your picture, Hildreth. You are a larger, rooster with red tinged black plumage, very stately for a chicken.
Always thought a big pompous cock would have been Ulrich's form.
If it had been Ulrich, it would have probably been a slightly different version of that picture. But in this case, yes, you are a larger than average, but not monstrously so, black feathered rooster. And then
I'm holding myself back from saying what I'm thinking right now.
What? Go! Is it a cock joke? Get it out of here.
Yes, it is.
I already
Yes,
made
it
one.
is.
What's the worst you can do?
You are literally describing a big black cock right now.
I am, indeed, yes.
Specifically
Yes.
Twinkies.
Specifically, yes. I said it was going to be goofy.
Oh no, my
guys.
computer's acting up again. No.
This is the clickbait episode. First hentai, now big black cocks. Alright, and then finally, Xylund, you wake groggily to the sound of Davynn having a minor freak out in your mind. And as you awake in the gloom, you two seem to be bent over. You're only about 2 foot off the ground, judging from your eye line with the door and with the sort of sacks of busted and rotted grain next to you, just going by height. You feel very itchy and very strange, and your peripheral vision isn't exactly what you're used to. And your head feels kind of heavy, but you don't seem to be wearing your helmet anymore.
I look around for my helmet.
No helmet to be found.
I'm a goat.
You're a big goat. Yes, you are indeed a goat.
That
Black
is
goat.
very appropriate.
Yes.
Right? Either that or a goose.
I almost made him a goose. or a rat, but I thought a nice black goat. Two massive horns that sort of mimic the way your helmet looks, the way the horns kind of curve around. But yeah, you are indeed a goat.
So Joyce,
Guys, I am a dog, like literally a dog. Can anybody fix this?
I look at my horse character sheet. Don't see greater restoration and cry.
Yeah, your only abilities are what is listed for your sheet. So spells, any class abilities, anything like that. Your intelligence is still maintained to the point where you can speak intelligently. But your wisdom scores and of course all your physical scores are as listed. You only have the abilities inherent to the animal on your card.
Might I ask what happened to my familiars?
Well, you don't see them and you don't feel them where you are. There's always that bridge of a connection, whether it's magical or spiritual, and it seems to have left.
Okay.
So, as you all sort of rouse yourself from unconsciousness, and your eyes adjust slightly, since most of you have dark vision now, to the gloom, you stand in a dilapidated barn. You're not the only animals here. The barn is fairly large, with multiple standing stalls and smaller pens scattered throughout. The center is open. It's mostly a dirt floor, but you can see some slats peeking up through, so it was probably a wooden floor at one time that's just been caked over with mud and strewn with hay and straw. You can hear fluttering in the eaves above. And the other animals that are packed into this barn appear to be dozing. There's a large variety: horses, pigs, sheep, other goats, lots of chickens. There's easily excuse me, another 2 to 3 dozen animals crammed in here in various places.
Kern, Xylund, Lana, Lily, Hildreth, anybody here?
can we tell where the
Davynn!
voices are coming from? Like, can I tell that the dog is speaking to my mind or whatever?
It's got again, it has the same resonance as the spell that you guys have been using, Lily's spell.
Okay.
As well as what you experienced when Kat had a telepathic bond open. So it doesn't feel any different to you.
Okay. Yeah. Davynn, where are you?
Oh,
Oh God.
oh, this is
My
you. Oh,
hands.
you too.
My
Gotcha.
hands. Where are my hands?
I am the gray dog.
See the horse turn around and look for a dog. Different places.
The
Are
world
we all
is
like?
rectangular.
Are we all in like separate
does.
pins?
Go ahead, Kern.
Are we all in separate pins, stalls, or are we all kind of just communal?
You and excuse me, you and Sin are in standing stalls right next to one another. So there's a big black goat next to you. Davynn, you are kind of left in your own little hay pile in the corner, and Hildreth, you too are able to wander free. The standing stalls only have a rope that go across the front, so you can't walk through it directly, but it's not a barred gate or anything like that. It's just a piece of rope. But Hildreth and Davynn, you guys can move throughout the barn without any interruption. Plus, you're low enough that you can crawl into the pens if you need to.
Dear God, I'm trapped by this infernal contraption.
Can I
It's a
crawl
rope.
underneath the rope?
You and Kern cannot, because the
Oh.
rope's been tied so that it's chest height on each of you. It would
Can
be
I attempt
difficult.
to untie the rope or get it loose somehow?
You are not high enough. You are a puppy.
I will try.
You can jump. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can jump.
Davynn is the goodest boy.
Davynn is good as boy. Yes, you can attempt an athletics if you want to attempt to loosen somebody's rope. Xylund's rope, the goat's rope, would be easiest. It's a little lower than Kern's, but only by a few inches.
Would it be safe to assume that our skill proficiencies don't carry over?
They do only what is on your character sheet.
Then I have a -3 to athletics.
So you see Kern and Xylund, this little golden retriever puppy, stumbling across the barn and jump up and attempt to snag your ropes. Unfortunately, not quite able to connect with it.
I
There's
got
probably-
this.
I just go. Aww.
Just give me a second. I got this. Don't worry. Nope, not that time. Maybe this. Maybe now. Ha! No.
And of course, all you hear in the physical is yip, 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 ruff, 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 as he jumps up and down and tries to snag this cord.
Right. So horses are pretty freaking heavy animals.
Yeah.
Can I just put my hooves on the rope and just put all my weight on it and try to break the rope?
Yeah, if you want to do an athletics check, you are more than welcome.
Oh no.
Oh,
Not good.
no, that's not good.
Is there enough room for me to bash the wall of my stall down?
You can, yeah, you can try.
Would that count as a charge attack or like a
That
ram?
would be a headbutt. Yeah, that would be a ram. You are a goat. That is what you do. There you go. So you ram the side of your standing pen. And you are able to sort of separate the locking, the hinge mechanism from the rotted wood enough that the whole shebang, the bit of iron that holds the rope and the rope itself, clatters to the floor, giving you enough room to squeeze through.
All right, I start bashing Kerns down as well.
All right, attack Kern's stall. Oh, yeah. See, there you go. That is definitely enough to do approximately the same thing for his. It loosens it enough that you can muscle your way through Kern as the iron begins to pull away from the wooden frame.
Is there anything else I
Yeah.
can bash? This is cool.
The whole thing's made of wood, so you can
I'll just keep
basically...
bashing. I'll bash until it's all bashed down.
How long do you think until he hurts himself?
Making victorious goat noises.
I think, if I remember correctly, goats are evolved such that their heads are toughened so that they can bash things better. So they'll
I
probably
mean more
be okay.
like bringing the entire structure down on all of us.
Oh, good point. Hey,
Speaking of which-
Xylund, maybe you should stop.
This is what I do. This is what I am now. But yeah, all right. I'll stop.
On a
bashing.
scale of 1 to yes, how much better is this than Gren in Heaven?
Oh well, it doesn't. Well, yeah. To be honest, it doesn't compare. I mean, this is way better. I mean, aside from the whole being trapped in the stall thing, but I got over that pretty damn quick.
Hey! Hey, now you are the goat buggerer.
How dare you?
All right. Speaking of this structure, Hildreth, you went into the farm or the barn, the last place, right?
Right.
Does this look anything like that? The inside of this?
The answer would be no. This barn is much larger and far more complex in structure than the one on Rock Bottom Farm.
Okay.
The answer would be no. The structure is much larger and more complex than the one on Rock Bottom Farm.
Thank you, Hildreth.
Alright, well,
All right.
whatever the druids did, it appears that we have all been unwillingly wild-shaped, I guess.
Yeah.
So, let's fix that.
Hey, how are we mind talking if Lily isn't here?
Good question. Where's
Lily and Lana? Lily, Lana. I go out to the other animals.
I'll start
Right.
bashing the other stalls down to liberate the animals.
I will start sniffing for Lily and Lana's scent.
Okay.
Not that I know what that is.
I was gonna say you really don't have a frame of reference, but okay. You don't hear them. If they can hear you, they're not responding. And you don't really have any way of. Yeah, I know you've been rolling a lot of 13s. You really don't have any way of determining how many people are sort of on this conference call. So you're not sure if they're not responding because you guys are no longer linked, or if they're incapable, or if they just can't hear you, or you're not real sure.
Maybe there's somewhere else, or like outside of the range.
Maybe. We should get out of the barn.
Yeah, I know.
Are
Can
these
we
like
try
holes?
talking to different animals?
Hang on, Kern, what did you say about animals?
Do any of the other animals seem to respond when we talk to them?
Not when you talk to them. Like if any vocalizations you make, they hear and sort of muzzily, sleepily acknowledge. But there doesn't appear to be any attempt to do any real communication with you. They seem to act like fairly standard barnyard animals. You don't get the sense of intelligent communication from them. And what'd you say, Michael?
In the image, there are like lots of holes and stuff inside of the barn walls.
There are This was one of the images that I had to replace on the fly, unfortunately, because Roll 28, the original. So no, there aren't the larger holes that you could crawl through. There are spaces between the slats, about an inch or two, where the moonlight is coming through. But as far as like holes large enough for you or Hildreth or a smallish creature to pass through, not so much. You would have to be mouse-sized.
Can I stick my snoot through one of them?
You can absolutely stick your snoot through them. Yes. Snoots will fit.
I will do that.
You can roll a perception check with your snoot.
I have advantage on perception checks that rely on smell, if that counts for anything.
Yes, that's what I mean. Yes. You can roll with advantage.
Hey, I needed it.
Yay.
It's odd. You feel the wind on your snoot, and this close to the exterior of the barn, you can hear wind and you can hear leaves, but you don't actually smell anything. You don't, and that's anything. You've been in a barn plenty of times. You certainly are aware of what a barn smells like. You know what livestock smells like. And that's absent, both inside and out of the barn. You don't smell other creatures. You don't smell manure. You don't smell hay. And the outside on a night like this, you don't smell any smoke from campfires. You don't smell roasty meat, which you would normally associate with a farm at evening time. None of those smells are here.
That's strange. It's like we're in a bubble of not smelliness. Like,
That doesn't make much sense.
The barn is
Like,
the whole
it
world.
should
This is the
smell
barn
like-
dimension.
it should smell like horses and cows and other such shit-making animals. But it doesn't. I will surreptitiously sniff myself.
Even you don't smell.
We've been transposed to barn world.
Strange. So, can't smell anything. I guess that means this place isn't exactly real?
Maybe.
This is...
I'll try bashing the wall down. I try to
Okay.
bash the wall down.
Roll an attack. It's gonna be Xylund's answer to everything this session. I'm gonna hit it. That's actually really good.
Yeah.
So you smack against the wall, and you can, sense the vibration as the wall sort of shudders. As you hit it, it's not strong enough to take out the exterior, which is made of obviously thicker planks than just the standing stalls. The noise causes flutters from up above, and some of the animals close to you in the closest stalls and pens stir in their sleep if they weren't awake already. Some get to their feet, but you can't quite bash your way through this one.
I'm gonna take a run. I'm gonna go back 20 feet and charge at it.
All right.
So I get to do an extra 1d4 bludgeoning damage.
Yes, you do. You're a goat. All right, roll your damage.
Plus 1d4.
So you hurl yourself at the exterior wall. This time making a very loud noise as the rafters up above you shake, and the fluttering becomes super intense. You can see bird poop, hay, little bits of what appear to be carcasses flutter down from above. There's still no hole though.
Yeah, see, barn world. That's the wall of reality right there.
Is it possible to fly up on the rafters and try to peek out the slats on the higher level?
Yes, you could get up there because you've got 20 feet of flying speed per round, so you could get up there, but it would take you a minute before you could fly up any further or come back down, because chickens aren't really known for their...
Alright, if it takes
Flight
time,
skills.
we're not rushing for anything else, it seems.
No, not at the moment. So yeah, you can definitely fly up to the rafter, the closest one above. So you fly up to sort of the first cross beam and take a look around. Gives you a better view of the barn and its many denizens. The actual ceiling seems to be even further above. It's not something you can see from here. It just sort of disappears into the dark. It's a kind of vertigo sensation, which might just be from you being a chicken, it's hard to say. But with no actual ceiling in sight, you can see the little glowing pinpricks of eyes from above, looking down at you.
Bats.
Are any of the other animals fully asleep? Still, unconscious?
Mm-mm. No, they all seem to be either sleeping normally, in kind of rolling and restless as this mad goat bashes against the wall, or they are fully awake and on their feet and watching.
Are there goats in here?
Yeah.
What sex?
Can you tell from looking at a goat what gender they are?
No. I assume I don't have goat senses?
That would only apply if they were in heat, and so no.
Okay, I won't test my luck then.
Also, were you taking my suggestion of goat buggering literally? Because
I
please
think
don't.
Well, I mean, I'm a goat. When else am I gonna get the chance?
Oh,
I would like to see if there are any dogs in the barn.
I like that he's going with that line of reasoning, which means that he doesn't usually think that's an option.
Apparently, no. This is his chance to live his best life as a goat. I guess. I don't know.
I might as well
there-
make the best of it.
There aren't actually any other dogs in the barn. It seems to be your more stereotypical livestock animals, so sheep and goats, a few cows, a horse, lots of chickens.
Guys, one of you should figure out if we can talk to animals of our own kind. I can't find any dogs.
I think I'm the only horse in here as well.
I'll
Oh, there's
sidle up
one
to a goat.
horse.
Oh, okay.
There's
Oh.
one other horse, an older looking sort of gray horse in a standing stall off in the corner. But it doesn't seem to be bothered by your presence or really even care that you're here.
Can I go and try to talk to the horse?
Mhm.
I would like to try something. And this
Okay.
this is on my character sheet.
Yes? That is not on your character sheet, but okay.
It is on my character sheet. You just made the
Because
mistake
you
of us
put
not
it
being able to
there.
edit it.
I know, I
Sorry.
couldn't keep you guys from editing it, but I figured it would be fine. Maid of Justice. So you flap your hair for him, majestically. He doesn't seem to be communicative. If he is able to speak with you in a way that you can understand, he's choosing not to do so. 28 fabulous damage.
Alright. I turned back around and said, "This is a lost cause. I don't think we can."
I'll try anyway. I'll sidle up to a goat and be like, "Hey, baby," or "Dude."
Yeah, whatever.
Hey,
I don't
kid.
judge. Hey, kid. Again, it's kind of the same thing. Like, they're aware that you're here. They acknowledge your presence, but if they are able to speak back, they're not doing so. They don't show any more intelligence than a standard barnyard animal.
Come here often? What's your sign?
Oh, dear, you people.
Yeah, they're
Alright.
not they're not responding to my sexual wiles, so I think they're just dumb
respond
animals.
What was that, Twinkie?
Alright.
I love her.
I wouldn't respond either.
Well, that'd be interspecies. Whatchamacallit? Not sure what the word for that is. Bestiality, I guess. Is it still bestiality if it's two beasts? But anyway,
Growing up on a farm between Davynn and I, as we kind of both did, does there seem to be anything of the ordinary inside of this barn? If we put our heads together,
Out of the
like,
ordinary?
huh? Yeah, it's like, huh? It's a weird thing to have in a barn.
Well, the gigantic iron chain fastened with a padlock that shuts the doors is unusual. Barns don't usually have padlocks on them. They're usually secured by just the usual barring mechanism on the outside, and then on the inside they might have something similar. But yeah, having a massive padlock on a barn is odd. Especially on the inside.
Alright.
A lock like that on the inside seems to mean that it should be able to be opened from the inside.
Yeah. But I like pick up my hooves. I'm like, but even if we had a key, like, clop them together, cluck cluck.
No, I can totally do it. Just watch me. Anyways,
But
there
that would
might
mean
be a
that
key.
we'd have to find a key in here.
Yeah, let's look around. I'm gonna sniff around for a key, something that smells metal.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. He's a good sniffer. That's his job. Oh, so Davynn, go ahead and roll your perception as you sniff around.
Sniffing.
Yay! So this little puppy, a golden retriever puppy, tail a wagging, sniffing around on the trail of a key. You know, nothing smells here. And, well, you don't find a key, but nosing around one of the haystacks pushed up into a corner, you run your nose across the sole of a boot. And then the boot itself. And then the leg that's inside that boot. Nosing your way up along, pushing hay away as you go. You come across the strangely small corpse of what might be a child, but gray-skinned and almost withered looking.
Guys, I found not a key, I found a dead kid.
What?
A dead kid.
Don't let Xylund look.
You know, I thought it occurs it's not cannibalism if we're not humans.
Xylund, no!
Just saying. Worst
Alright,
comes
so
to worst.
This body is gray-skinned and like withered, you
And
said?
sort of withered, yeah. Like the size of it's only a few feet tall, so the size gives you the idea that it's a child. But as you sort of push away the hay a little bit, it's laying face down underneath this hay bale, and you can kind of see the outline of like the arm bones, and the fingers have got a sort of elongated, bony look to them. It looks like a very, very old person that has been shrunk down to kid size almost. So it's a very strange sort of scene for you.
That's not good. Do I have enough mental faculties to like basically do basic medicine check to get an idea of how long it's been alive? Or been dead for and stuff?
Well, I mean, you're a golden retriever puppy.
Fair.
It doesn't smell dead, but it doesn't smell like anything. Like it doesn't smell like decay, but nothing in here really smells like anything. So it's difficult for you to determine how long it's been there. You can see what killed it, which is a gaping wound to the back of the neck. It's a large, mostly circular hole, as if somebody drove a spike back there. But you don't see any weapons or anything like that.
It looks like somebody stabbed him, but like with a fence post or something. Or a really impromptu made spear. Is there anything on him?
He's just pretty simply, like, his clothes wouldn't be out of place on a farm. It looks like he might have had a clip on his belt at one point. There's a bit of metal that's been mangled. And there is an empty iron ring hanging from it.
And it looks like he used to have the key at the very least. Maybe he locked himself in here.
Oh, maybe.
Which would mean that he was trying to keep something else, probably whatever did this to him, out.
But that would mean he was killed in here.
Maybe one of
Or
us
he
is
just
the
died
killer.
in here because he didn't eat anything.
He was definitely killed in here, unless he somehow stabbed himself in the back of the neck.
Yeah, that's a pretty big hole.
And then hid the murder weapon as he was dying from being stabbed in the back of the neck.
I look at the hole and then look at Xylund's horns and I'm like, roughly that shape.
Mm-hmm. That would not actually be a outlandish observation. It could have been done with an animal horn.
Hey, you woke up before me.
Yeah?
Are we gonna start turning on each other now? Like animals?
No,
I mean-
no. There is a possibility that maybe one of these animals around here is like us and actually killed this person.
Maybe it was one of the goats you were trying to fuck.
I wasn't trying to fuck them.
If he's been
Don't make
killed
it
by
so
some
sordid.
sort of, if he was killed by some sort of wound with a horn, you're the only one that could have done it.
There are other goats. Don't point to our goat first.
Speaking of which, Hildreth, you said that there were... Did I hear the description right? Were there eyes in the rafters and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Glowing?
Can you get a little bit closer to see what the eyes are? Maybe they got big pointy beaks.
Considering that Zohar would feed on things like me, I'm a little loath to try to communicate with what might be in the rafters that have big pointy beaks.
Don't worry. If you get into trouble, you can just fall down, and then one of us will try to catch you.
Or you just flap your wing. If
Yeah,
I
well,
learned
like-
anything from Zelda, it's that chickens are really good at falling slowly.
I could try to climb up there. I'm feeling pretty sure-footed. Is there any like beam I could climb up to get the rafters?
For you, it would be a little more difficult because there's not a whole lot that goes from ground level to beam level other than the straight up and down support posts.
Okay.
So you would either have to have a massive jump to get up there, or you'd have to be able to fly.
How about this? I'd jump on top of Davynn, then jump from there on top of Kern, and then jump from
You
there
can't
on top.
jump on top of Davynn. You will squish
Davynn
Davynn.
is like a little, like a super small puppy.
He's tiny. You would have to jump on
You're
top of
bigger
Kern.
Xylund, please don't.
And even jumping on top of Kern would only give you 2 or 3 feet worth of height.
What if you jump on top of Kern and then I jump on top of both of you?
Yeah, but you don't have my cool go tubes for climbing.
Come on,
There's
please.
a puppy. The world is sitting on top of a puppy, which is sitting on top of a goat, which is sitting on top of a horse.
Let me do it. Come on, guys. This is like the first only chance we're gonna have to make an animal stack. Please.
Davynn, you have like what?
You throw
You
one
don't look
up.
like you can take a fall.
Okay, fine. I won't.
I love it.
I think
Anyways,
you're it,
I think
Hildreth.
the answer is Hildreth. You gotta fly up there and we'll catch you if you fall or something.
Yeah.
Well, we've already decided that we can't talk to other creatures, but we seem to be out of options, so I guess I'll try.
Maybe you can try rousing them with your
That's
cry of
silent
justice.
stick.
Crap justice. Alright, Hildreth, you gonna go up another level?
Yep.
Alright. No, the next being, thankfully, is not 20 feet, it's only 10 feet. You're able to get a little closer, and again, you can hear the gentle flapping above you somewhere up in the darkness as the dots blink in and out of existence. Shift position. Whatever it is, they seem to be getting uneasy up there. The movements are a little more erratic, a little more panicked. Make a perception check as a chicken.
I wouldn't even know how to begin doing that.
I don't think you actually get a perception.
I've got,
bonus,
like,
so-
no abilities or skills at all.
I think you just click on wisdom and that'll
Yeah.
do it for you.
Just
Okay.
you should be able to just click on the skill, but if it doesn't, then yeah, with some
Oh.
work. Ooh, all right. So, in your surveying of the room, you hear the sound of wings flapping directly in your direction. 2 sets of them. The further set seems to belong to a large pair of luminous eyes. It is obviously the furthest away, but it is coming towards you very quickly.
Sounds like a reason to get the hell out of the way.
Alright, so you jump down. You are able to flutter a little bit, but you are still a chicken. So, so you don't land terribly gracefully, but you do land. As 2 birds, not 1, come flying down from the rafters. The one in front, it looks like a fairly large raven. It was impossible to see in the darkness, but as it gets down closer, the moonlight catches it, and you're able to see it a little more closely. And it has what is the glint of metal in its talons. Behind it is a massive barn owl. The eyes catching the light, easily twice the size of the raven, twice the size of Hildreth. And it is bearing down on that raven as both of them glide closer and closer to the ground.
Do either of them have blood on their beaks?
You can't truly tell. The owl doesn't seem to. It's white. It would be easy to see. The raven is black, so it's very difficult to tell, and they are moving very quickly.
And the
Is
owl
that
is
the
attacking
twins?
the raven?
And the owl seems to be chasing it. It seems to be hunting it down. They're both gliding towards the ground floor very, very quickly, with the owl chasing the raven.
And the raven has something in the...
Raven has something in its talons. It looks metallic. Looks like it might be metal.
Something key-like, maybe.
Something that might be key, like something that it can put its talons around, so...
I'm tempted to just run over to it and, like... or, like, horse kick it and the... Horse kick them. Maybe, like, as they're... Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking that Hildreth is going to jump down on the owl's back, if possible.
Okay.
To mess up its attacking the raven.
Okay.
Maybe
we can
it's
definitely
helping
do that.
us. Or maybe,
can-
like, it's...
No?
We don't know.
I don't know.
Alright. Hildreth, you want to attack the owl?
Just jump on its back, but I guess I'll if that counts as an attack, then yes.
We'll just make it an attack, so it's an easy skill check for you.
Cockslap. Jesus Christ.
God damn it, you guys.
I'm slapping it by throwing my entire body at it. Why? Is anything
Indeed you
wrong?
are.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I wasn't able to make those so you couldn't be edited. They couldn't be edited. Noel's gonna be so upset she missed this session. Okay.
It's got a range of 15 feet.
No, it doesn't.
It's a range of 50, did you say?
Oh my lord, you guys kill me. Okay. Sorry, check out my class. So you you reach out to slap the owl. And you don't connect, but you do make it deviate from its path enough that it pulls up and changes direction, heading back into the darkness of the upper barn, while the raven continues on, eventually landing on the back of the corpse that you guys just discovered.
Does its beak sort of roughly fit the hole in the back of the dude's neck?
It could.
I'll sidle over. Hey, what you got there, baby? And the raven kind of cocks its head back and forth at you.
and flutters up with what is very obviously a large iron key in its talon.
No way, come back, I'll trade you! Never mind.
It's just fluttering above. It's just high enough to be basically out of reach of Xylund.
I will be jumping up to try to get to it.
Jump on my back, and I'll bounce you up with my head.
That's a great idea! I can see nothing that would go wrong. Let's do it!
All right.
God, you guys.
Athletics. Okay, that's not bad.
No, that's not bad at all. So, with the combination of Golden Retriever puppy and goat, Davynn, jump up, and then Xylund gives you a boost. So you are now an airborne puppy. Being
Airbud.
launched at this raven. You are Airbud. Yeah. Being launched at this raven.
No rules that say dogs can't play basketball.
And what are you hoping to achieve with this jump?
I did not think that far ahead. I don't think
Grab the
Davynn
key,
or
grab the
Xylund
key.
did. Alright, I'm honestly just gonna try to grab the raven in general because I'm being friendly like a puppy.
Alright, roll an attack.
Me.
Ugh. So you try to pounce at it. With all your puppy strength. Don't quite connect to the raven, who, again, from his fluttering position, cocks his head back and forth and lands on the rafter above, watching you carefully for a moment or two as you as you bounce down to the ground, rolling over in the hay. Of course, you're fine because you're a puppy, and puppies never get hurt. Nothing bad ever happens to a puppy.
I land, I fall, my face goes into the dirt, I stand back up and I sneeze.
Yup. Most adorable. Nothing could ever happen to you.
Can we find something to trade for the key? Something else shiny.
How about you said that this place had like grain and stuff in there. Does it have
Yeah.
like any corn or like dried corn or anything? Like food stuff?
The bags that are split open seem to be mostly grains like barley or wheat, and there's some hay. But there are lots of sealed bags everywhere, just leaning up against the wall. You don't see any corn at a glance, but you could bust open some bags if you felt like it.
Yeah. So if like I talk to Davynn, Hildreth, and Xylund, be like, well, if it comes down here, it's gonna have to drop the key if it wants to eat, though. Let's find something that it would be interested in eating.
What do ravens eat? Like corpses.
Goats.
Corpse, they also kind of eat corn and stuff like that, right?
We have both.
Ponies.
Could we tear open this corpse a little bit to make it a
No.
little bit more appetizing?
Grain first.
All right.
Try that.
Yeah.
Although we could spread
let's
some
just
blood
try it.
on the grain to make it doubly appetizing.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, so what's the plan?
I'm gonna try to look for stuff that food stuff that would appear to be appetizing crows.
Okay.
So like
Yeah, I mean the bags.
corn
are
is like the only
easy.
thing that's coming to mind that would kind of make sense in this thing, like dried corn,
Flesh.
like that you would feed to chickens and stuff.
Right. Again, the bags are easy enough to pull open. Like the burlap that's holding them together is rotted in most places. So you spill out a few grain bags before you get to one that looks like it might have some dried corn in it. And of course, as you're doing this, since you don't have hands, you're spilling the bags.
Oh yeah,
Everywhere.
absolutely.
So everything is everywhere, which seems to have caught the attention of your fellow livestock. The goats, having learned from their clear chosen one, are butting up against the pen walls and the various standing stalls. And after a few moments are successful in busting open a few of the pens, which allows all the animals, effectively, other than the large horse at the end, to make their way to the center of the barn, where you guys are. As
Back,
there's
you
the
animals.
mad dash for the now spilled food.
Oh, I get it. I'm like a shepherd dog. I can hold them back. Just watch me.
Oh no!
The puppy's nips are unheeded as the maddening crowd descends upon the fallen food.
I let out a version of my battle shriek. Meh!
Down with the system. Down with the bourgeoisie.
Pay you no mind.
Let them eat bread.
From the upper beam above the corpse on the other side of the barn, from this mini stampede, there's a harsh caw, a few of them in succession. If you didn't know better, you'd think the bird was laughing.
Oh, but I do know better. And he is laughing.
Fuck you, bird.
Do you understand us? I mean,
The raven flies back in your general direction, he still clasped in talon, and lands on the back of one of the goats that is now eating from the center of the floor. And looks at you, all of you.
how do I tell it I'm from Whitfeld?
It
Have
gives
tried
you.
writing it out in the dirt?
Hey.
I will try that. I will attempt to spell out, "Hi, I'm Davynn from Whitfeld." I will eventually get bored and just say, "Davynn, Whitfeld."
All right. With your little paw.
Yes.
What's your intelligence as a puppy?
My intelligence as a puppy is 4.
Okay. So you're 6. Basically. So you will say you can struggle along okay. Yeah. It's kind of like the pictures that kids bring home from kindergarten. You gotta kind of squint. Just make it out. Yeah, I know, you're real dumb.
Goats are dumb.
Goats are dumb. The bird. Exactly. It probably doesn't register for the bird at all, but he seems to kind of take from your example. He flies down. He's still in his talon, and uses his beak to scrabble in the mud next to you, Davynn. And what he
Trample the crow while he's distracted so that we can get the
you
key.
certainly can if you want, as he's
No,
working.
no. Looks like he's writing something.
He's trying. Yeah, he's trying. It's less words and more a picture, which is hard to do when you're a raven. But he finishes, and it is a picture of a circle, and then he adds one circle up and left, and one circle up and right, so that they all connect. And he pokes
God.
2
Is
little
that a
holes,
mouse?
like eyes.
No, he's a frog. Wait, are the eyes on
Yeah,
the
they're-
outside circles?
Eyes are on the center larger circle.
Okay, so he is a mouse. He's
It
a
looks
mouse
like
in
Here,
a
is
crow's
this-
body.
Looks like a mouse.
Theory.
Hmm.
Are you telling us that our game got picked?
Am I losing you guys?
I think
no,
the connection
he cut out for
dropped
us,
for a
too.
sec there.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I never know if it's me because it's really windy today. What did you say, Sid?
Like, is this your way of telling us that our game got picked up by Disney Plus and will be streaming on their service?
Yes, that's the announcement. I was gonna save it to the end of the session, but I couldn't help myself. We're all rich now.
So it does look like a mouse specifically.
It does, yeah. It looks like a child's drawing of a mouse, basically. Very, very simple. Larger center circle, 2 smaller circles on the left and right that could very well be ears, and a set of eyes.
Could it also be a badger?
It's a very simple drawing. It could be a lot of things.
Can I draw a stick figure person in response?
A stick figure person? Sure, you can handle
Yes.
a stick figure person. Use your paw as the face. Stick figure
Very much.
person. And Crow just cocks his head at you again and flutters up into the air.
Wait,
No, wait, come back! No.
maybe the crow is saying that the owl wants a mouse and we have to feed him a mouse to get out of this place. Maybe the owl is like the guardian.
Oh, I can find a mouse. I
Okay,
can totally
good.
find a mouse. Give me a second. Sniff, sniff, sniff.
Sniff, sniff, sniff. Okay, do you know what a mouse smells like?
No. Yes,
No?
yes, I do. I definitely know what a mouse smells like.
Yeah.
Come to think of it.
Not smelling any mice. Because again, you don't smell much of anything in here. Go ahead, Kern.
So, would it be safe to assume that if we want to try to get a mouse out there, or the owl, or whatever, let's assume we're going down that line of reasoning. I am assuming that mice are in big, like, piles of hay and stuff because it's well hidden, it keeps them warm, and it's surrounded by food, kind of.
That's in a
Whatever.
barn. The 2 places
Yeah.
you're most likely to find mice above ground would be in the back of a hayloft or a haystack of some kind, because it is warm and they can nest there, or they'll nest in bags of grain themselves.
Okay.
That's why.
And seeing as
people
we just
thought
opened up a bunch of bags of grain,
you didn't see any mice run out.
How about I bash a hay bale and Davin keeps watch for any mice that come out?
yeah, I was about to say I'm just gonna like start trampling through all the hay and
I'm
try
Okay.
to
ready
flush
to
them out.
snatch up a mouse.
You guys start running amok, going through haystacks as best you can. Look at that attack!
I
Hay was
smash the
flying
shit out of
everywhere. Smash the shit out of that hay. Hey,
Hey.
hay goes everywhere. As the bird watches you from the rafter, closest, caws at you once more. Just a single caw this time, not the succession of caws. Now the animals have left the grain sacks and are now wandering over to the hay that you guys have been scattering to munch through that some more.
Were there any mice that scattered out?
No mice,
Aw.
But
there were
obviously this crow is intelligent. of some kind.
seems to be.
So maybe let's try to establish a baseline with it. What is Davin, your bark's just gonna go out on a limb here.
Okay.
You sound very positive. Let's put it
Sure.
like that.
All right. I'm okay with that.
Xylund, I'm sure you can probably make a goat noise that sounds negative, right? Okay. Cool.
Well, now I'm just aroused.
Is that your rooster mind or your normal mind?
Meh.
He knows what he likes, folks. Don't judge him.
So, I'm gonna try to get the point across to this crow that like one squawk. I'm trying to figure out how to get like one squawk is yes, two squawks is no, or something. I don't know how that's going to help us in the long run, but
We can't really ask it questions. Not complex ones, anyway.
I know. That's why I'm thinking like having like one squawk equals yes and two squawks equals no.
Maybe we could just try to get it to open the door for us. Like, ask it.
Let's draw a big arrow at the door.
Yeah, and then I'll just off the freaking padlock.
We'll
a cat
just
trying
stand
to
around
get
the
out.
padlock looking at it.
I will paw at the door like a dog trying to get out.
Okay.
I'll draw the arrow.
All right. So I'm drawing an arrow, pawing at the door. Again, the raven, the crow, is still sitting in the first set of rafters, first beam, watching you do this. And it does, to its credit, it flutters a little bit above the beam and holds out the talon with the key in it. So it does seem to understand the correlation between the two. But then instead of coming down to help you or to give it to you, he goes off towards the right side of the barn, which is the direction he was being chased from. But he only flies a few feet before he stops and lands on the beam again and sort of turns around to look at you. And then he flies another foot to the right and stops and turns to look at you.
I'll go follow him.
I think he wants us to see something over there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, let's go.
So, if you follow him, he'll lead you, he's still staying on that upper beam, but if you follow underneath, he'll take you into what was the main sort of paddock, the main pen, that has now been busted apart by the mini rampage for grain. So there aren't a whole lot of animals left in it right now.
Yeah.
But you can now walk through it comfortably. And in the back of it, there is a hole that leads to, seems to be another section of the barn that might have been walled off because you don't see a door or anything. It's just this hole in the rotting boards. It's big enough that either Hildreth or Davynn could go through it, but not so large that Xylund or Kern would fit through without some renovation.
I'll renovate.
Wait.
Watch us
Let
as
me-
we renovate.
Let one of us go through first.
Yeah. Yeah. See if we even need to renovate it,
All right.
and I'll help with it if you want.
Watch me as I renovate. Ha 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 ha.
So Davynn, you're gonna go through?
Sure. Unless Hildreth, you want to take
I'll
this.
I'll go through.
Okay. Now, as a chicken, your dark vision isn't super great.
I like the way you started that like this was a lecture. Now, as a chicken,
We're learning. It's not all big black cocks and you know, we're learning.
Well,
This
take
is
the fun out of
educational. This is educational, man. So when you go through the hole,
Oh no.
this is basically what you see.
oh,
It's not the same separated, slatted construction as the rest of the barn. Whatever this is, it's very closely constructed. It might even be solid walls. You're not entirely sure. You can't see. There's no moonlight. There's no illumination in here. The floor is very different. There's no hay on the ground. It seems solid, like it might be stone. It's difficult to tell. And from across the room, again, distance is difficult in the dark, you see a myriad of pinpricks all shining at you. You don't hear anything. Now, none of these are ground floor for you. None of them are at eye level. They're at least 4 or 5 foot above you and on the far side of the room.
I did not expect above.
Hello?
Mm. At the sound of a balk, a gentle, unassuming balk coming from Hildreth, the chicken. There's a rustling sound. It's not quite hay. It sounds drier than that. You would associate it with dead leaves back home.
I guess I'll make another couple noises and see if they continue to noise back.
Okay. A few more tentative chicken noises echoing in the darkness. And a voice, a very small voice, calls back. In common. Boy! Somebody there!
I'll balk a little bit more. Hey, here I am. Ready to dart through the hole, though, if needed.
Okay.
If we need to carry this conversation on between two different parts of the wall, then so be it.
You're okay with that? Alright. Another few balks, and the voice gets a little softer, and you can hear that dry leaf rustle again. God's damn blooming chicken. What a fuckload of good does a chicken do me?
Just then, Xylund and I busted.
Xylund, you busting through?
I thought we were waiting to hear. Hildreth's
Yeah. I
report.
know.
That's
I
my
just thought it would be funny.
question.
It's like, what is it? What good does a chicken do? And then a
What
horse.
does a chicken do me? What would you like to do, Hildreth?
I guess the voice isn't being very, not doing anything but cursing at me. I'll go back.
Yeah,
on
it's
our
not
side
getting
of the
any
hole.
closer or anything. Yeah, it's a soft little echo in the back, and none of the eyes watching you are moving.
Yeah, I'll just go back onto our side of the hole.
Okay, you turn back to the safety of the barn.
What was it?
There's someone over there. They seem to be trapped, but also don't understand chicken.
Should we all go through?
Yeah, let's liberate him. I'll start bashing.
Okay, Xylund, go ahead and bash.
Yeah. And I'll help with my horse hoofs.
Team bash.
I will head
Alright.
the wall enthusiastically.
Roll attacks.
Well, that was a good one.
That's a good one. Good. A for effort, Davynn. He's chewing on the bottom of the hole there. Alright. So you guys bash this hole bigger, the crow cawing behind you. Still up on his beam. And as the slowly rotting wood breaks away and light spills into the chamber, that massive barn owl comes flying out above your heads,
Oops.
clipping the top of the hole that you've made. Close enough that you can feel the talons just above your ears, Kern, but it doesn't make any attempts to harm you. It just goes flying out of the room at top speed.
Out of the room we just opened up?
Yep, out of the room you just opened up
Okay.
at top
No
speed.
opportunity.
Do you want to take an attack of opportunity?
No.
Okay. It goes flying into the darkness of the upper rafters. And as you look back into the room, I don't have a picture of this because Roll20 ate it and I'm mad. But instead of a multitude of eyes, what you see is a collection of looks like masks that have been made from birds. They might actually be skulls that have been recovered over by a taxidermist, but they're lit from behind by an oil lamp set behind a set of shelves and covered by a bit of thin canvas. There's about a half dozen of them up on that shelf, or on the multiple shelves.
Oh, that's spooky.
There's no one else in here?
You don't see anybody. The walls themselves are actually, the floor is stone and the walls aren't wood. They are earth.
I like this place better when it was just animals and not possible cultist bird mask people. I'm gonna go check out the masks.
Yeah,
That's
maybe
more
we can
my
turn into
speed.
birds.
I'm already a bird.
Better
Into
birds.
better birds.
Rude.
I would high five you, but I think it would hurt.
Probably. Let's try to put on these masks. I'll try to put on a mask.
Alright. You guys approach the shelves. The shelves are, again, they are several feet off the ground, Davynn, so they are a little too high for you. Unless you want
No,
to get
I got this.
on
I got this.
somebody's back. Yeah, they seem to be dusty and not used recently anyway. All the shelves are covered in dust. The room itself is fairly dusty.
Is
And
there
there aren't any windows.
is there somebody in here?
There's no person in here. All you see are the shelves.
This means the owl can talk.
Anyone who wants to make a perception check is welcome to do so.
It's my one ability.
I know it
I
hurts,
miss
Kern. It
Kern.
hurts.
You can't hold him
Hey.
down though.
No,
Yay!
not just the mane that came over. The only bits of hay that you see, because most of the floor is really clear, is from the absolute, it would be the top shelf, and it's fallen down just underneath. But there are a few strands of like really bone dry hay, like nesting.
I'll go over and take a closer look at it.
You can't quite get to the top shelf as tall as you are. You would
Oh,
need
can I climb on you? Can I climb on you?
Yes, Davynn, you can climb on me.
Yes. Animal stack begins.
And I will perch on the puppy.
Okay. We got a puppy on a horse, and a chicken on a puppy.
Here, Xylund, come over here. We need a couple more feet. We need like another foot.
It would make more sense if Xylund stood on your back, then Davynn stood on Xylund's back, then I stood on
Yes,
Davynn's
absolutely.
Alright, let's do that. I'm sure-footed, so I think I can maintain my balance.
You're fine. And the shelves are actually helpful because they jut out at different angles and at different heights, so you're able to climb a little more effectively than you could in the barn. So animal stack engaged. So Hildreth, you'll be the one who can see the highest. And shoved in the back of the top shelf is a nest. It's a large nest, definitely an owl's nest. You've seen plenty of them. And inside the owl's nest is a very small grayish mouse that appears to be curled up in a ball.
Whoa.
He seems to have a few items near him. One is a tiny hat, tricorn hat, and the rest seem to be bits and bobs of metal. One's a pretty wicked-looking needle, and the others just seem to be scraps of metal.
Wait, is this Hux the whatever? The mouse folk dude? Whatever his name was? What was that guy's name?
Hux the Howler.
Yeah, that was it. Hildreth never met him, so
Nope. Hildreth never met him.
ask him if his name is Hux.
We'll certainly try.
There's lots of animal
Oh.
noises.
Oh wait, Xylund wasn't there for that one. Was
No, none of you have met.
Oh,
Hux.
goddamn.
None
I
of these
forgot about
characters
that.
Yeah,
have
this
met
was
Hux.
this was the
Yeah, this was the AU campaign.
Oh shit.
And
We
then you
did
guys
beat
knew
a
Hux.
mouse folk at one point.
You did. Yep.
He didn't have a
well, half of
captain's
you
hat.
did. Yeah, he didn't have a captain's hat. So as you guys make your various animal noises, the little gray mouse stirs and pulls himself up on his hind legs. And kind of blearily looks around, sees the chicken, grabs his hat, puts it on, grabs his needle, kind of points it towards your beak, Hildreth. You goddamn chicken. Why'd you
I
go all the way
take
up
offense
there?
to that. And obviously I got all the way up here by climbing on a puppy that's climbed on a goat that's climbed on a pony.
yeah, just pointing down to the like ladder of animals.
Yeah, he does, and
Right.
the mouse does. He kind of comes to the edge of the shelf and looks down at the animal stack. Dinner, please. Okay. You can just stop that foolishness right now. I'll hold still. And so, without asking permission, Hildreth, the mouse climbs over your beak, over your head, down your back. Okay, now you can go down.
Our final form is complete.
Yes. Come on now. Let's go.
Yeah, guess I'll hop off the pile and,
Okay.
We'll hop up afterwards.
and start heading back towards where that raven was.
Disassemble.
Wait, I want to see if I can surf the horse. I'm gonna try to stay up here while Kern moves.
Okay. Roll for that then.
I'm sure-footed.
I know you're sure-footed. Isn't there a roll though?
Advantage on strength and dexterity. Saving
Yeah.
throws made against effects that would knock it prone. Does this count as that?
Oh, no, because it's not going to knock you prone. But make a dex check anyway.
Ow.
You can have advantage.
Yeah!
Hey, don't even need it. Look at that. So you're surfing on ground.
I'm gonna try to stand up on my hind legs with that roll.
Okay. So the goat thinks he's people. You will have to duck down to get back into the barn proper.
Okay.
Does the
still
mouse
hold-
see all this and is like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh,
with
the
these
mouse
animals?
seems to be riding Hildreth as a mount at this
I'm
point.
gonna make a loud victorious bleeding noise to attract everyone's attention to me as I surf the horse.
By the time you guys get back to the other side, the other animals sharing your barn have tired of the hay and they've tired of their grain. They're all full now, but rather than go back to their pens, they're all just kind of lounging in the open center area of the barn. Obviously they look up at the noise, but they don't. There's no applause. They don't seem to comprehend what a massive accomplishment this is.
I think it's pretty cool.
Thanks, Davynn.
You're welcome.
I'll jump down. It's nice to be appreciated once in a while.
So once you return to the barn, dismount. The little mouse jumps down from Hildreth's back as the raven lands next to him. Right. So you guys still have your minds then, do you? You can just nod.
Plop.
Can't understand a damn thing you say.
I will
I clop
nod.
once and nod my head.
Nod and yip.
Yep. Well, that makes you a damn sight better than most of these poor sods. Maybe you can
I
help me
kind
too.
of tilt my head in a confused way.
You're always. Don't look at me like that. And don't be expecting me to explain all this to you because I don't understand half of it myself. Looking for a buddy. If you help me find my buddy, I'll help you find your buddies. You are missing some, right?
I look up at the crow and A.
Yeah, I'll help you. We'll both help you. We'll let you out. help me find my buddy, though. Right?
I nod.
Clop once.
Alright, that'll do. Introductions. I'm just gonna call you all you. I hope that's okay, because that's what I'm gonna do. My name is Hux. He points up to the crow. This is my buddy Naughton. And the guy that we're looking for, now, he'll look like a pig. But he's not. He's like you folk. Like I think everyone here is. At some point or another. His name is Alad. You need him back.
Alad?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let me start taking notes on these names.
I will
Done.
draw a D and point to myself.
Okay.
So Hux. What was
Yeah,
the
he
second
said-
one?
I will put it in chat. The crow is Naughton. And the pig is Alad.
Right. So
Alright.
as they're drawing stuff, give names to each other. I just
Made no distance. Flops majestically. Alright. So, dog named D, and goat named X. Well, I'd say it's lovely to meet you, but I'm pretty sure this doesn't count. Anyway, pig. Find pig. We'll let you out. Help me find my pig. We'll help you find your friends.
Can I would like to attempt to draw an ear with like a hoop around it.
Okay.
Like an earring.
Okay. So you make kind of a drawing. Hux goes, I'm gonna roll his intelligence because your drawing skills interesting to say the least. And he's actually got all his faculties, so there we go. Oh, that's not too shabby. Hey! You have seen my buddy.
I look sad. And then I play
You can't
dead.
look sad. You're a golden retriever puppy. It is
I can
biologically impossible for you to look sad.
I can look sad if I want to.
have you never seen Puppy Dog Eyes, Ari? Jeez.
Yes, I
Like
see
the
puppy
sad
dog
puppy
eyes
dog
every day. Every
Alright.
day.
And then I will play dead.
I'll make
No,
a
don't be
dark
thinking like
bleeding
that.
noise.
No. No. Come on, lads. Think. He's fine. He's fine. We just gotta get him back. That's all. Now, gonna let you out. But I warn ya, people who live here, they're not as nice as I am. Just try to stay away from them and remember that they can walk through walls and you'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Oh, Hux.
I had tilt.
That's not. I think they're good, Naughton. You can do your thing. So he walks over to the door as Naughton flies over, perches on the padlock, starts fiddling with it. Key in his beak. It'll take him a minute because, no hands and everything. Now about your friends. I think there were two. Looked like there were two, but they were in a box, and the owl carried them away. And obviously they're not here because I was where the owl lives, and they were not there. So they must have taken them somewhere else. I don't know how they got out, so I don't know if one of the people did it. It's hard to say. But we'll find them. Don't worry, we'll find them before something happens to them. I'm sure they're absolutely fine. And they might like being a rabbit. You don't know. People are weird. As he
I
continues
look
to
over
yammer.
at Xylund pointedly.
But you
I
all
wouldn't
seem
like being a
capable
rabbit.
enough. You wouldn't like being a rabbit? How
I
about
like
a goat?
being a goat.
There you go. Okay, so
That's the
here's the
reason I
plan.
looked at
when we open this door, we're gonna bolt out of here. You just ignore all the people. We're just gonna run full force to the house, storm the house, kill everybody inside, and that's as far as the plan's gotten. Yeah. See, he's got the right idea. And those horns look pretty wicked, and I'm sure you can peck out a guy's eyes, and it'll be fine. I mean, Naughton took down that thing in the corner.
Oh yeah, I'll go over there and nudge
What?
it with my nose. What is this thing? As if to say.
As if to say. Yeah, I wouldn't get too close to that, buddy. I don't know what those things are, but well, I guess that's not much of anything
The
anymore,
bird
is it?
Killed that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Badass bird.
The Hux straightens his hat. Look at his needle in his hand. I found a needle. You would like to what?
I would like to send a message to our party and say, I think we need to find Lana because she has the pig head, which is probably their buddy.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure how to explain that their buddy's dead.
I tried.
You did a very convincing job. It
Yeah.
was adorable, Davin.
But if we can find the head, that'll pretty much tell the whole story right there.
Yeah. Also, stop calling me adorable.
But you are, yes, you are.
No, but this time the crows managed to unlock the padlock. It doesn't fall on its own though, so Hux motions over at you, Xylund. This is big boy. Why don't you put these horns to use? Get this thing out of our way.
Even before he's finished the sentence, I'll be bashing.
The crow flutters away for dear life as you ram the door. It's a good ram.
Oh, yeah, 5 bludgeoning. If that doesn't do it, I'll take a charge attack.
Well, you do get a charge because you're far enough away. You
Okay,
can have a charge.
cool. Yeah, so I get plus 1d4.
Ooh.
Push the door out of the way. The chain comes undone, still hanging on the one side, but you manage to get it open far enough that you and anyone else who wants to can come out into the world.
Alright.
They said charge the building. I am charging the building.
Wait,
Right.
it said don't be found by the guys. Well, that's a cool picture.
He
Oh,
also
that's
said
a-
ignore all the guys.
Did he say ignore all the guys? Or don't be found by the guys?
He said
said
both,
both.
technically.
Mm-hmm.
It's like taking advice from Hux. I don't know where I was
Yeah.
going with that.
It's definitely Hux. Hux talks a lot, and he says 4 things at the same time. Any one of them may or may not be true at any given moment.
Well, I'm gonna go with don't be found by the guys, personally.
All right. So the barn door opens, and you see this mildly overgrown farmstead would be a very loose term for it. It is nighttime. The moon is out, so you can see pretty well. There's a single stone and thatch home in the distance, beyond an open fence. There's plenty of climbable terrain, Island. But the part that's between you and that fence is mostly open. The woods and the stacked stones and things occur mostly at the edge of the property. And milling about are tall-ish figures in sort of loose clothing. They might be dressed all entirely in gray, or it might just be the color of the moonlight playing tricks. It's hard to tell. And some of you are colorblind. There's that too. There's a definite grayscale to everything here. The wind blows and the leaves clatter against themselves, but there's no sound of footsteps as these people walk across the different paths in and out of the house. Some seem to be carrying water. Some are just walking, as if they have their own agenda, some sort of chore that you can't quite see. They all appear to be gray-skinned as they turn to you on occasion, and they don't have kind of the wrinkled effect of the corpse inside. Same color palette though. Now, as you emerge from the barn, so do all of your compatriots. Those that you have freed, that are now sensing an open barn door, and all come tumbling out behind you, alerting some of the nearer figures. Try and chase them down. So there's a bit of a tumult as you take in your new surroundings. What would you like to do?
We use the massive onslaught of animals as a distraction to get closer to the house without drawing too much attention to ourselves.
Okay. As you break away from the pack on your way closer to the house, you can see the grayish figures trying to collect others that have sort of strayed closer to the edges of the tree line, and they are attempting to physically catch them, but their hands slip through. They can't seem to make contact with the animals as they run by. Occasionally one seems to apparate directly in front of you. You cross to the fence and you pass through it easily.
With no effects? We just pass through them?
Yeah.
Huh.
I look to Hux and give a...
Hux is now riding the crow. Full on.
Oh.
Hanging onto feathers. But gliding at eye length. Or at eye height with you guys. So he can at the very least communicate. I told you I could pass through things. Do you think I was lying? He says at full volume.
I give my best horse shrug.
Shakes the mane of justice. I think your buddies are up here, though.
I will
It'll be
follow.
Towards the house.
Yeah. Yeah, he seems to be making a beeline for the house.
To the house it is. Go to
Alright.
I'll try to do a go battle cry to rally the animals to our cause, in case this turns violent. Meh!
Okay, goat battle cry. Roll charisma on your goat battle cry.
Oh, goats aren't very charismatic.
No, they're not, but go ahead.
Oh.
No. You
May
get a
I
little bit of
attempt
attention.
To
Yes.
yap these
Yes.
animals into line.
Yes. Oh.
Oh, come on. He's a
How
puppy.
do you have a negative
Your
2
charisma should be so much higher as a puppy.
It's not for some reason.
No, that's obviously a mistake.
I agree. So I rolled a 10.
Roosters are used to getting the hens into line. How about you give it a shot, Hildreth? Do a crow or something.
Go, Hildreth.
Oh, right. Let's see what I can do with my... I'm fairly certain roosters don't have high charisma attack.
They don't. I'm just
Roosters are
curious.
dicks.
Roosters are
dicks.
super dicks.
Hey. Is anything happening? I'm clicking charisma.
No. Why is this your broken? I just
Did
rolled
my
a 20.
internet die at a really inconvenient time?
Oh, that roll 20 has been a jerk today. I don't know why. Oh no.
Who'd we lose? Oh,
That was Twinkie.
that was... There he is.
Hey!
Yay.
I was clicking on charisma going, nothing's happening, guys.
Oh my God!
And then everyone stopped
Oh, the
responding.
Nice.
Alright, we'll take 16.
All right, I can dig it.
God. So much charisma. He lets out a crow. Cock-a-doodle-doo in the middle of the night. You do actually manage to get a few of the marauding animals to follow you, sort of swarm behind you, calling the attention of more of these semi-see-through figures. They're desperately attempting to divert them and failing. But as you draw closer to the fence, windmill and the roof eaves are absolutely dotted with barn owls. Massive white barn owls.
Uh-oh.
I hope that they didn't mean but the owls when they said kill them all, because I don't know how well we can fight birds.
Yeah, I mean...
I could
Well,
bounce you up with them.
That worked out so well last time.
Didn't it? I don't remember. I have an intelligence
Well,
of 2.
let's keep moving. If they do attack us, then we, like, you know... I guess I'll kick them if they get too close.
Alright. As you get closer, you can hear Hux, who is now above you guys rather than next to you. Still riding, nodding, and screaming, "There they are, boys! Let's get them!" Boys?
We get them.
Yes.
We keep charging forward.
As he looks down to make sure you guys are still coming. You guys go flying as the owls themselves take flight. There are 6 of them, all told. 2 remain perched above the door, but the others leave the makeshift windmill and the dilapidated fence and come absolutely charging in your direction. Talons out, ready to take some eyes and some tails and skin some puppies. Oh. One owl. First owl goes directly for Davynn. Talons out, swooping down.
Oh dear.
Can I try to hoof
Yes.
it in
Yes.
flight?
Hoof it.
Rear up and...
Oh,
Look at that!
Nice.
Teach those fucking
Yeah,
owls.
roll your damage. Look at
12
that.
points of damage.
Oh my
right there.
lord. Just smashed that owl. Butted it out of the air, trampled it to the ground, smushed it. You hear a rally cry from Hux above as he circles around. That's what I'm talking about, lads. I knew you could do it.
Xylund now has hoof envy.
Alright, you can do an attack too. Again, there are 6 of them.
Alright, I'm gonna try to bash one with my horns.
Alright. Ram attack.
Oh.
No!
My horns fall off.
Oh no. You throw your head up, attempting to catch one of the owls out of the air, and all it does is grab onto your horn and hang on. Sinks a claw into you.
Oh shit, this backfired, get it off me.
I'll save today.
Go, Hildreth!
God damn it.
Cock slap is ineffective. But that peck will hit.
nice.
The real attack will hit. That's the important thing.
The real attack hits.
Do you have performance issues? Don't worry. It affects most men at your age.
So you manage to land a pierce, knocking the owl off of Xylund and sending it staggering back into the air. Davynn, if you would like to fight, you can try.
I go charging for an owl, and then the moment that I get too close to it, I realize how much bigger it is than I am,
Yes,
and then I
it
just
is
like
much
start skidding and stumbling and try to run backwards.
Yep.
My goal will be to find something low I can duck under, so that like as it's chasing me, I can make it like smack into a log or something like that.
The only thing you really have on this side is the fence, because everything else is fairly clear.
I'll take the fence.
All right, slide under the fence as the owl swoops down, pulling up short. But you guys are down too. I will roll for them. There's a squawk up above as Naughton fights. Oh, that's a good hit. That's a real good hit. Naughton scrabbles with an owl up above, and you hear a cry of victory as Huck stabs one in the eye with his needle. This massive owl just comes flopping down to the ground. Huck's on top of it, needle still in its eye, still gripping the needle. Massive mouse cry of victory.
Massive mouse is an oxymoron, but
It's a massive cry given by a mouse. He does a victory cry before Naughton comes back to pick him up. So you guys are still streaming towards the house. You've already knocked out half the owls, and at least one is seriously considering its life choices.
Did the one clinging to my horn let go?
It died.
Oh, one piercing killed it?
Owls only have one hit point.
Oh, nice. Good job.
Yeah, go Hildreth.
Yeah, Hildreth got it. Hildreth took care of it. Yeah, so you guys are able to pass through the fence, which doesn't have a gate of any kind. Pass through the fence. The rest of the owls, seeing what's happened to their brethren, have decided to, at the very least, not attack. The two that were above the door are still above the door. And the rest have flown off to parts unknown, presumably to watch from a distance.
I'll take a charge attack right at the door.
Okay.
Yeah. My only hope in this game, Al,
What?
is that we do find Olid, or that's his name, Olid.
Olive.
And we're like trapped somewhere, and then he comes in and pulls a Pumbaa. That would be amazing.
fair.
Uh-huh. All right. You guys, you ram the door successfully. Ram the door. It's not locked or anything, so it opens as you lunge into it, and you end up skittering on the top floor of a fairly simple cottage. There's not really any furniture up here necessarily. There's a sort of a makeshift kitchen and a big butcher block style table. There's one light, this one sort of guttering candle sitting on the table, casting a very dim glow over what appears to be a large pig carcass.
Oh no.
Recently butchered,
Oh,
minus its head.
Yeah.
Found the rest of the pig, guys.
My hope still lives on in my heart.
Other features of this room, there is a door leading out on the far side, and curled up in the opposite corner, so it's across from you, is in the left-hand corner. Doors in the right-hand corner. In the left-hand corner, curled up on an old pile of blankets, is a big, mastiff-looking dog. Black, with a, it's not really a collar, it's more a string of, looks like hold-out stones, but it fits around its neck. It is curled up, lifts its head as you barge in, but doesn't attempt to move in any way.
Does it look like a sort of like a big, or like, not saying dogs are threatening, but like scary looking dog, or just like an old dog that's
It
just
looks
like
like it's an older. I mean, it's a big, like I said, it's a mastiff, so it's a big, powerfully built dog. But it doesn't act aggressively as you come in, and it seems to view you with more of like bemused interest than anything else. Like it's not. It could definitely do some damage, but it's also got enough gray in its coat that it's certainly an older dog.
I will approach the dog, excited to meet one of my own kind, and wanted to test out if I can understand what he's saying.
So here comes Davynn, the golden retriever puppy, waggling his butt all the way across the floor.
I'll follow closely in case bashing needs to be done.
Okay. The dog lifts its head at your approach, Davynn.
And what I'm trying to say is, hi, I'm Davynn from Whitfeld.
Davynn from Whitfeld. So the older gray dog lifts his head up completely and looks down at you, Davynn, as you bark at it. And you hear a voice in your noggin that all of you do, actually. And it sounds like an older man's voice, an older, tired man's voice that says, "That's not really necessary, now is it?"
Is it Badger?
Who's what? Who's this? Who are you?
But, so.
It's not Badger?
It's hard to, I mean, he didn't introduce himself.
Oh, I'll ask then. Is it Badger? Are you Badger?
Dog looks in your direction and shakes his head. No.
Do you know Badger?
I don't think so.
Then who are you, and also how are you doing this? We definitely didn't mean to link with you.
No. True. Very true. He just kind of nods. Again, his movements go along with what he's saying, so it's a little disconcerting to watch. My name is Yama.
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 Okay, Yama.
What was the rest of your question?
How are we talking to each other? Because we thought it was the mental link, but if you could talk to us, then unless you were in the room with us when we did it and invisible, then I don't think that would be the answer.
Kind of tilts his head at you.
All right. I guess you don't know.
So when you said his movements match what he's saying, are you saying he's actually talking?
No, his mouth doesn't move. But, he sounds confused. He tilts his head.
Oh, okay.
He looks at you when he's talking to you.
Okay.
So it's like having a conversation in all but local language.
Okay.
Like he has a dog shrug. You can almost see him doing it. Like it's very natural. It's very human-like, his mannerisms. But he's not speaking out loud.
How long have you been a dog?
Not sure. Long time. One of the lucky ones.
What do you mean?
Oh, most come here lose their minds after a while, Become what they are, what they look like. Not me, though, apparently.
What made you so different?
Well, I don't know.
What was the last thing you remembered before you were a dog?
Dying. I was sick
Dying.
for a long time. Nothing medics could do anything about. It was just one of those things. Happens. I remember dying in bed at home. Wife passed years ago, but kids were there. It was nice.
Let me look up the name of this city or this town because I wrote it down. Didn't have to happen to live near Mograine, would you?
Not especially close. We lived closer to Loreholt.
Loreholt?
Just a big
Did
city.
you come?
But-
Did you come to Mograine?
Never been there.
Oh, but his
But is
family
it-
might have brought
Yeah,
him
I
there.
guess you wouldn't
Yeah,
remember.
yeah.
that.
Like how far away from Mograine?
I don't know.
Well, close enough that he's heard of it.
Like
So.
less than a week's travel or so.
Oh, probably, yeah. Depending on the weather.
Okay.
I didn't travel much away from home. Lots to do.
Well,
All right.
Did we die too? Then
No,
Hope
it's not.
not.
Looking like
This is not Grin in Heaven, so I'd say no.
this is very clearly not Grand Heaven, but maybe we are died and then came back resurrected here for some reason.
All of a sudden you hear a little voice from the top of the door sill behind you, from where you came in, on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hux. Well, I ain't dead.
Wait, you can hear now?
You can hear us?
Well, yeah.
Could you
I can hear
always?
the mutt. I can hit. Yeah. No.
No, not always.
No. Just since we came in here.
Oh, okay. That's
Alright.
cool.
Your friend's on the table there, I think.
What?
Sorry.
Yes, that is your friend. I'm sorry. Listen, we were here investigating another friend's disappearance, and then our other friends disappeared in the middle of the investigation of the disappearance. Anyways, long story short, we saw a pig head with a golden earring on it, and we think that pig head and that pig body belonged to the same pig, which, if that was your friend who had the earring, then it was probably him, and he's probably dead. I'm sorry.
You're gonna have to talk slower if you expect people to understand you, son.
I'm Davynn from Whitfeld.
He's so happy you can get that out.
I
This is
think I
my-
should tell the story. I found the head.
Found his head?
The party and I, we were investigating, looking for another friend, and we came to a place called Rock Bottom Farm. And when we arrived there, one of our number and myself went into the barn exploring because we knew that was the last known location of our friend. Inside there were magical traps, which oddly enough led to a bag hidden in the rafters with a pig's head with a gold earring in it. We don't know if there's a connection, considering this is not the same farm, but there's a mysterious pig head, and over there's a pig without a head. And these things do seem to be connected in some way with the druids.
And the old dog speaks up. I remember them bringing that pig in. They were
Did
unhappy
it happen
with
to
him.
have
Yeah.
a earring
A
on
head?
it?
Yeah. I think so.
Where did they take the head then? Maybe that's a portal back to our world.
Oh, they took it to the master down in the basement.
The what
You're
master?
lucky. The master in the basement?
Oh, okay.
You're lucky that you can't hear so well. Else he'd be up here and y'all probably be missing your heads.
You keep on saying we're lucky, but I can't help but feel like we're very unlucky for being in this situation.
Well, you got your mind. That's a start.
Yes, I've been training for that. Not that it's been useful.
Who's this master?
This is his home. You're in his home.
What's his name?
Well,
Where's
I
he
don't
from?
know. Don't know.
Is he a vampire?
Don't think so.
Human?
I don't know. I don't think he's human.
Okay, what's he look like then?
Well, kind of like the rest of them. Gray. Tall. About it.
But he can touch things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's one of the few who can.
Okay. So, odds are he probably knows about the breakout then if any of these guys went to report.
Well, I haven't seen any yet, but they will eventually. They're easily distracted.
We should
That's good to
seize
know.
the element of surprise and charge down there.
If you feel like it.
Well, you can come.
Eh.
You look like
Alright.
you could probably be useful in a fight.
Charming goat smile failure.
Oh, my fighting days are long behind me.
Why's that?
Oh,
Just never too
Technically
old to
dead.
fight.
not much of a fighter. I mean, I won't stop you. Not my fight.
You don't want to be a human again? You don't want to see your family again or anything?
Eh, I'm fine. It's not bad here. Nothing hurts. No noise.
Well, what about
Sounds
everybody
good.
else who comes in here and loses their minds? You don't want to help any of them?
Not really.
Well, why not?
Seems like a waste of effort, doesn't it? Besides,
What else do you have going
Definitely.
on?
eh, nothing much. Relaxing, don't you think?
I don't know. We have other things we need to do.
Eh.
We're not done with being people yet.
No offense, as I look up to Hux.
He's a
I
person.
didn't
He's
say
a mouse
Celts is
person.
not a people.
I'm not arguing the point, kid. Just not my fight.
Okay.
All right, fine. Stay up here then.
He nods. He puts his face back down onto his paws. Stretches his rear legs.
Alright, let's go bash this master and then go from there.
Hold on, I want to try something. Please help us.
Best attack ever.
He looks at you again. Big dog sigh. Lifts his muzzle up. What is it you want me to do?
We just need assistance with getting this. Well, first of all, finding the master and anything that you know about him that might help us to get ourselves and our friends back to how we were.
Well, he ain't human. He rarely leaves the basement. He's potion master of some sort, always cooking something up. He likes to collect animals. He just brought 2 down in a little cage.
2? Wait, what kind of animals?
Little gray kitten and a rabbit. Same
Alright,
color.
I'm charging down the stairs.
Okay, those are our friends. Can you please... never mind. Stay up here if you want to. We're gonna go save people.
Alright.
Gotta be a
Please.
hero.
You gonna go charge the door?
Yeah, I'm charging the door.
Alright, roll your attack.
Is there enough room to do a full charge in here?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
you can back up and ram the room or ram the door across the room.
Ooh.
So with all your might, you slam against this door, and it opens about halfway.
I'll back up
I'll
and slam
kick
it
it.
again. Okay, I'll let Kern kick it.
You
Steal
let
my
Kern
thunder,
kick
why
it.
don't you?
Between the two of you,
I mean, like,
I loosened it.
Yeah,
you
you did.
slam open this door, and from your side of the doorway, you can see the flicker of firelight cast against the wall, and in a place where there has basically been no smells the entire time, just rolls of odors come wafting out of this room. Not all of them pleasant. It's a weird mix of the smell of fire, like campfire, food, burnt hair, melting plastic. Just it's a weird mix, and it just hits all of you full in the face at once. And before you place a paw or hoof or talon across the threshold, you hear the mighty cry of Hux, who is streaking on along, gliding on Naughton, catching up with you guys. And we will take a quick break here to refresh the video and all that good stuff. And when we come back, you can see what's beyond the door.
Yay.
All right.
Bork, I say.
Bork.
Andy.
Here we go. So,
I'll raise
you
your
open the
pork
door.
fork with a cock. A doodle-doo.
Cock. It's going to be really hard for me not to name this episode Big Black Cock Slap. Really hard.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Yeah.
I think that would be really inadvisable.
Yeah, I know. I'm
I
not
mean,
gonna-
last
It'll
time
feel
that
like
we had
that.
hentai, and
Yeah,
like we
yeah,
got like so
exactly.
many views.
There's only like, what would I would have to, like, would I just bleep out the 2 middle letters of cock? But that would still be totally obvious. What, I don't know. I guess it could be Big Black Cook. We could argue that, but then why would we be no?
Just call it BBC.
Could do that.
Do you have a better title than Big Black Cock Slap?
BBCS.
Animal House.
I thought Animal House or, Animal Farm, but
BBCS is
Animal
cryptic enough.
stacking is also another one.
yeah, Animal Stacking is a big one. Yeah. If we don't name it
Still,
Big Black Cock Slap, I'm gonna put that in the comments. Just
we
it
still
needs to be
got
done.
like what, an hour and a half? Yeah.
I know, but there's so many good titles already. Okay. So, door has been opened. You guys have been assaulted with awful smells coming from the room downstairs. There's a short staircase. I guess I can show you the visual aid. And I can find it. This was also eaten by Roll20, so I had to put it together real quick.
Great.
It looks
Kinda.
vaguely grid-like. However, I don't see the
Yeah, I don't see an
lines
actual
in
grid.
there.
Nope, no grids. I said it was visual aid.
Okay, fair enough.
I just see a black. Oh, there's something.
Oh, there's a massive horse. Oh, okay.
I wanted to see if this was like a dungeon. I wanted to see if there was any grid lines that she had just turned off so that you didn't see it.
Why on earth would I
Sneaky.
do that? That sounds sneaky and not at all like me.
Psych.
Psych. It's a visual aid, damn it. All right. So,
No.
yes, you
In
catch
the words
the.
of
Good.
words of BoJack Horseman, fool me once, shame on you, but teach a man to fool me. I'll be fooled for the rest of my life.
Alright. I'm gonna turn them off though, because it bugs me. Bugs me. Okay. I like my old map better, but this'll do. This'll work. So anywho, yep, these are gonna be stairs coming down, or coming from the top going down. So you guys are up here in the top part.
Oh, that'll be fun for a horse to travel.
Yeah,
around.
it's just big enough that Kern can make it through. But yeah, horses aren't great at stairs. So there's that. It's a fairly short flight though. There's only about a dozen actual steps to go down. And it levels out into what seems to be some sort of storage room with a single torch lighting it.
All right. Oh. Let's go exploring.
Can I smell any better down here?
Oh, there's so much smell down here.
Oh, good.
Yeah. There's overwhelming smells down here.
Well, I assume they are smells of lavender-scented candles and incense.
Some of it, honestly, some of it is. Some of it is very sweet smelling, like you would associate with perfumes or incenses. And others are, like I said, there's the smell of smoke, similar to campfire smoke. There's really acrid smells as well that remind you of Lily's alchemist kit. A couple of smells that remind you of your poisoner's kit. Very bitter, burnt sort of smells, and they're all rolled up.
Do I smell any people?
Or pigs or rabbits. Or not pigs.
You don't
What was the other one?
smell people. What other one?
Rabbit and... What was the other animal that was brought down here?
Oh, a kitten.
Yeah.
Kitten. Okay.
It does smell like animals down here,
Okay.
as well as animal poop.
If you guys want, I can take point and see about tracking down a rabbit and a kitten.
You know what rabbits and kittens smell like?
Yes.
Okay, then go.
Maybe not this one specifically, but I do have a general idea. Not like
Yeah.
how they smell as a dog, but I can probably extrapolate.
Oh God, no, nope, 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 nope,
What?
nope, nope.
Say it.
It's,
Say it.
No, no, no,
Okay.
no.
Were you going to say he's a poonhound?
No.
Oh, because I'm sure you've got a dog looking for a cat. It makes sense. Just play the words all the way to the end. You got it.
You guys. Maybe it's good.
Anyways, we
isn't
continue
here.
walking around.
All right, are you gonna roll your sniffer there, Davynn?
I shall roll my sniffer. Sniffer! Hooray!
Sniffer. Okay. Coming down the steps, I mean, there's a vaguely animal smell down here anyway. But you get two fairly recent animal smells. One is coming from this direction. There is a door here that is slightly ajar. And the other is coming from this direction. This is an open doorway here.
Do either of those smell more like delicious rabbit?
It kind of smells like delicious rabbit on this side.
Alright, this way. Just making sure that this still works. Can everybody still hear me?
I think so.
Yep.
Hux, can you hear us?
Yeah. I'm waiting for
Great.
you guys to make a move.
Let's go.
Okay.
This way. Oh god, there's a giant horse!
Oh god! Alright, I'll put the grid back on. You guys can move tactically, I guess.
How do I resize this dog?
I'm trying to shrink this.
I don't think you can if you're
Hey.
not the DM.
There you go.
I'm big.
You're not that big though. You're
Oh.
hold still.
Oh, he's a
Yeah.
pony!
He's a pony. Yeah. Okay, which way are we headed?
Down, I believe.
Alright. You wants to poke their head in? Again, the door is slightly ajar, so you are able to peek
I
in
will
if you'd
poke the
like.
snoot in.
Let's do another animal stack so we can all peek in at the same time.
Just like Scooby-Doo sort of like head pokes out.
Yeah,
1,
exactly.
2, 3.
I had to poke my
We
head
don't
to the
need to do a
last door.
stack for
Someone
that.
else
We
will
can
turn
just
this
do
time.
animals underneath each other.
Yeah, we don't even need.
Oh, we could do
we
that.
do a reverse stack.
Okay, let's time it so that we all peek in at the same time then. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
We
And
all
then
peek in.
also a mouse head on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get Hux on here in a second.
We'll make sure Hux understands the plan and the importance of timing.
Alright. Oh, come on. Roll 20. Damn it. Okay. So you're able to peek inside, all standing on top of one another. And you see a lab, basically. Very low light in here. There's only 1 or 2 sporadic candles to give you an idea of what's going on. There is a silver cup on the table. Oops. Here. And a gray cloaked figure with its back to you here. All the tables are just stacked with jars and flasks and things you would normally associate with an alchemist. The figure at the far end doesn't seem to pay any attention. If he knows you're here, he doesn't care. Sitting next to the cup here on the table is a rabbit, a small gray rabbit. It seems to be asleep or knocked out, one of the two. It doesn't move or show you that it understands that you're here. The odd thing is, in the low light, you see it shimmer every now and again. It seems to be shifting forms ever so slightly. It seems to
That's
grow silver scales and lose them at regular intervals. Seems to blink in and out of existence, becoming slightly more opaque, slightly more transparent, and then back again.
Definitely, Lana. Hold on, that raises a good question. Do I have blue scales as a dog?
You don't actually. You look like a completely normal golden retriever. You don't have any appearance of scales or anything else.
Huh. Questions for later about what those are. But for now, can somebody keep an eye here, and then we'll check the other room to make sure that there's nobody who's gonna come at us from behind?
I'll stand guard.
You're gonna stand guard, Kurt?
At the door, yeah.
Our great
All
pony
right.
guardian. We don't have a cook pot. Instead, we've got a horse.
Yep, all you've got's a horse. You have no cookpots in this adventure.
That way, like, if she starts doing something weird to the rabbit, I can just go and like knock her down.
Also, the less the horse moves around while we're trying to be stealthy is probably best.
Probably best.
Yeah, I can't really stop the clip, clop.
So it's just like normal current.
Can't stop the clock.
Stop the clock.
It's like having a centaur rogue. You don't want
It
one
is!
ever.
That's ridiculous. Alright. The Kern's gonna stand guard here. Would you guys like to move further in?
Maybe
vote
I
yes.
should stand guard too. Although who's going to protect Puppy Davynn?
Let's go the other way. Just make sure that there's nobody who's gonna come at us from behind if we make a commotion.
I'll try to tiptoe then, I guess.
Okay.
I will pad over that way since I have not hooves.
Yes, you have no hooves. Alright, so you can look into Speaking of puppers, hi baby. Look into the adjacent room here, which seems to be some sort of storeroom. There's lots of boxes and barrels. There are 2 additional doorways. These doors, let me get my guy here. These doors are open, and it just has the single torch casting extremely weak light into the room.
Well, let's go look at the doors.
Yeah.
Alrighty. This door over here, or this door over here? Which would you prefer? Nearest or furthest? First one? Yeah. The furnace room. A fairly high flame going on inside this furnace. As you can see, lots of stacks of wood. An empty water bucket set aside for emergencies, but that's all that appears to be in here. The whole area is covered in soot and ash. You can see footprints coming in and out of it. There's also one set of footprints that seems to come in and out of this wall, even though there's no door there.
Secret passageways. Sneaky.
Well, they can walk through walls.
Secret.
Or that. That would also work.
Yep.
Let's check the other door.
Your other opening here?
Yes.
More storage and refuse. Who's ever here is a bit of a hoarder, but at least they're a neat hoarder. Everything is stacked and boxed and barreled up. And sitting on top of this crate is a wicker cage with a handle on top. And inside that cage is a sleeping / unconscious gray tabby kitten.
Lily and or Lana. Probably Lily. Let's wake her up without ramming things, because that'll be loud. Yeah, loud like that. Thanks for the illustration. I would like to try to pull the cage down.
Okay. It is just low enough that you can get the bottom of it. You can't get it by the handle, but you can get the bottom of it and pull it to the floor.
She's a cat. She'll land at her feet, right?
Well,
Yeah.
she's in the cage, so you know.
It'll be fine.
But she does not move, even after the impact of the cage hitting the floor. She's not moving. Kern, make a perception check.
All right. Come on. Horse perception.
Horse perception.
Perception.
There's sort of a flickering strobe effect from inside the lab that causes the person inside to move. They don't seem to see you, or at least they don't move in your direction, but they do turn towards the center table, moving the chalice off to the farthest corner and watching as Bunny flickers even more so than it has been, becoming a tiefling for just a second before.
Looks like Lana.
As best you can tell, yeah, it is kind of dark in there. It's her coloring and appears to be her clothes, but it only lasts a second or two before she flickers back to being a nearly transparent rabbit, and then a moment later she seems solid again in rabbit form.
I'll let them know. It's like, this is definitely Lana in here. Flickered back to herself for a second, then went back to being a rabbit, guys.
Can I pick up this cage with my teeth?
Yeah, it seems to be explicitly what that handle is for.
All right, I pick it up.
Yeah, it's got a cork center where you grab onto it, so it would be easily carried in teeth or in talons.
All right, let's go.
Lily has not awakened.
No, she has not moved. She has not stirred. She seems to be breathing, but is absolutely unconscious.
Shake my head from side to side a bit, see if that does anything.
So this little kitten gets knocked into the various walls of the light wicker cage, hearing soft thumps. But no, she doesn't seem to move. Kern, from your perspective, you watch as the gray-robed figure. I'll blow him up for you so you can see him a little bit better. He turns back to his table. There we go. Very briefly. So you are able to see his face. Grabs a fairly large syringe and is drawing blood from the rabbit.
Oh no.
Before turning back to his work.
So he just drew blood from Yana. Did I go in and kick his ass?
How do we interact with him if he can walk through walls? That's the question.
He's one of the ones who can touch things. So assumably, we could probably touch him too.
But he can also walk through walls.
Should we just
Maybe he can
burst
choose
in
one.
and see his reaction first?
Yeah, okay, let's do that.
Let's do that.
Do it at once, though.
Alright.
Okay, we're
Xylund, try to do that surfing thing that you did before.
Okay.
Where you stand on my
Wait,
back.
hold on. Let me get on your back too.
Is the door big enough for a moving
No,
animal
the
snack?
door is high enough that you could stand on Kern.
Okay.
But yeah, Hildreth Davynn would basically have to like lay on your back.
Okay, Hildreth, get on my back. We'll make 2 smaller stacks.
All right.
It should at least give us the element
and
of surprise.
Hux, do you want to stand on Hildreth?
Yeah, Hux will stand on. Well, yeah, Hux will stand on Hildreth.
What about Naughton? Let's get him in the mix. He can stand on my back.
No, we don't want not to get hurt.
Alright, fine. But that's a pretty good dex roll right there.
Yes,
As far
that
as
is,
horse surfing goes.
that is an excellent horse surfing roll. Yes. So you all burst in at the same time?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so our 2 animal stacks burst into the lab at the same time. The rogue figure turns, not as quickly as you would imagine for somebody who just got, busted in by the barnyard brigade here, but turns and sort of takes in the scene as the guys come running in. And kind of tilts its head quizzically, but doesn't say anything.
Nah!
I'll give you 1 action before he does something.
Should we make a... Should we...
I would like to try to
take
grab
Lana?
Lana and get her to safety.
All right, you lunge for Lana.
Yes.
Get her
Make an
by the
attack.
scruff of the neck.
Make an attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not good at this.
So you lunge for unconscious Bunny Lana. And unfortunately you do not connect. And that would actually cause him to step forward.
Do I still get an action before?
Yes, all of you get 1 action.
Okay, I'm gonna jump down and charge attack him.
Okay. You gonna come around? Or are you gonna go over the table?
I'll sort of move over here-ish, I guess, and then charge attack him. Or maybe here-ish.
Okay.
You could surf the horse and then jump off the horse to charge him.
You could.
Okay. Do you want to try to do that, Kern?
Yeah.
Take our
So
initiatives as one.
what I was going to do was I was going to go down and try to kick this glass like off to the corner so that his attention would be distracted in 2 places. So like as I turn around to like back kick that, you can jump off and try to tackle him. That would be pretty cool.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try to knock this thing out of the way so that
Alright.
his attention split.
Yeah, so I'm gonna jump attack him.
Okay. You roll your attack, and then Kern, you can roll an attack to either upset the table or knock the
Well-
cup.
Well, Lana's still on the table, so I don't want to
Correct.
knock it over and like, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I might hit the table.
Well, that's good. That's a good hit there. Are you gonna do a charge attack, Simon?
No, I think I'm doing more of a jump over
Like,
the table
just a
in an
headbutt?
epic fashion and try to headbutt the guy.
Okay, that's a good headbutt. The cup is knocked off to one side, clattering to the corner, and your headbutt totally connects with this guy. You hit him square in the chest, right
Awesome.
on the sternum. That was 5 damage. Hildreth. Is there anything you would like to do?
Hildreth is going to find the book the guy was reading and look through it to see what it was.
Okay.
Learn more about his evil schemes while we're at it.
He does have several books actually scattered around. There's one on the table behind him where he was looking until the Barnyard Brigade busted into his room. The writing isn't a writing that you recognize, but you know the symbols well enough. And they match the innermost stones of the Druid Circle that you guys were in. You're not quite sure what they say or what the writing is about, but Guy's clearly been making his own notes in this book as well. This isn't something he's been reading so much as it's something that he's been journaling. I know she likes. I know she likes to be animals. Okay. But yeah, he's made extensive notes. A lot of them having to do with that circle. At least the drawing of the circle that's in the book and the placement of the glyphs that you recognize. Whatever it is, it's focused on that circle. And there are also images of a bell and a cup that feature prominently in his doodles.
The bell sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Alright. It is his turn. Oh dear. I need Xylund, well, I think everybody. Yeah. Including Hux. Roll a wisdom save.
Can it be a dex save instead?
No, it's a wisdom save.
Yeah!
Oh, look at that puppy wisdom!
Ouch.
Oh no! That's a good puppy wisdom, Davynn. Puppy wisdom triumphs. Everyone else is stunned.
What?
Yeah,
Is
everyone else is stunned where they are. As he claps his hands together in a big, broad gesture. One single clap that echoes through. Davynn, you can still move, but everybody else is stunned. And there's a very low voice. When he's speaking, he's clearly speaking, but the movements of his mouth don't match the words that come out. It's like there's a time delay in the audio. He's not totally in sync. He said, I figured you would be troublesome, but I thought I would take the chance. Puppy Davynn.
I will leap up onto the table to interpose myself between the rest of the group, unconscious Flannagan and him. And I'm not sure if he can understand me, but while growling in the cutest way possible, I will say, "Trust me, we're in lots of trouble." And I will try to lunge at him and bite him.
Alright, bite him!
No!
No! Puppy Davynn, no!
Bad puppy Davynn. We miss outside.
Poor Puppy Davynn. You should have used your puppy eyes attack. Yes, unfortunately, he definitely dodges.
Does it seem like he understood my intention?
He smiled as you were speaking. Yeah, he either understands you or is just generally amused by you. and he reaches up to grab you by your little puppy throat.
Oh no!
Help, help, help! But in that moment, Raven Ex Machina comes flying through, and we'll do an attack on him. Oh, that's not gonna make it. That's no bueno.
Yes, sneak attack.
The Raven?
I'm kidding. I don't
Raven
know.
doesn't get Raven doesn't get sneak attack. He comes flying in, takes a swoop at our gray friend here, misses, and goes flying off into the corner. We lost Twinki again.
Yeah, and both.
Yeah. Alright, you guys are stunned. Davynn, you're still free.
Okay. Well, I used my turn, yes?
Yeah, but it's your turn again.
Oh, okay. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna keep on nipping at him to try to
You're just
keep
gonna
him distracted
hurrah?
from everybody else. Yeah,
Alright.
give by them time to get back to their senses because I know what that's like and I've been there.
Okay. Hey, it's a little better. It's a little better.
It does 1 piercing damage.
Pulling on this guy's sleeve.
I want to like latch onto some part of him and just like hold on. For
Yeah,
dear
that's what I
life,
figure. You
pretty
got him
much.
by his sleeve. You're hanging on to him. He's he's trying to pull it back, but you're holding on to it with all your puppy power.
Oh god, puppy power.
Puppy
Am I
power?
scrappy?
I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Naughton, who is also not stunned, picks up the cup from the corner and starts to leave the room with it. What's your AC there, puppy Davynn?
11.
Oh wow, okay. Alright. Yeah, he pushes you back. You fall head over fluffy tail off the table. It's not high enough for you to actually take any damage though. So you're on the floor, but you're otherwise okay. And he advances this way. I know, poor guy.
Oh.
Wait, where is he?
He ran into the wall, to the side wall.
Ah, gotcha.
Went through the table, went through the wall.
It looks like he just phased through, pretty much.
Yeah, he walked directly through the table and directly through the wall. Alright, you guys, Davynn, you're up. Everyone else, the stun effect has faded, so you are back to yourselves. You, we're perfectly aware of everything that just happened. Bunny Lana is still unconscious and still flickering in and out of existence. Keeps going from Bunny to Lana to Bunny to transparent to real to back to sometimes she shines silver, sometimes she has scales. It's very odd.
Is she tangible?
Most of the time. Sometimes she goes completely transparent. You can still see her there, but yeah, she'll go completely see-through.
Whatever's happening to her might be our best chance of getting back to ourselves.
Yeah, maybe.
Or
Let's go beat this guy up first, though.
do we take her with us?
Now
I'll
we'll just put Lily
attempt
here.
to grab her, since I think I have the most grabby part of all the animals present.
She's occasionally a person, though.
True. I will
It's
still
even
attempt
better.
it.
Okay.
Um,
You can latch on to her. Usually, yes.
I missed the last couple minutes. What happened?
We're all unstunned.
The gray guy ran through the wall. He's over here somewhere now.
What a jerk.
Yeah. He pushed Davynn off the table too. Wait, is the cup gone? Oh right, the crow took the cup.
Yeah, the raven took the cup.
I'll
I'm
use
the
my
map.
awesome. Is Huck still around?
Yeah, Hux was stunned too. He made it to. I didn't move him, but he made it to the doorway.
Yeah.
Because he was riding on Hildreth before Hildreth left. So yeah.
Yeah.
He's on
Yeah.
the floor.
Why don't we try to put
Oh,
Lana on top of Kern? Because at least then when she's a person, they'll still be able to hold her up.
Yeah.
We'll try.
Okay.
So when she's
So-
small, we'll try to get her up there.
When she's small, all right. When she's small and tangible,
Yeah.
you guys kind of muscle her on top of Kern's back. It is a little difficult because every now and again she does phase out of existence. But you're able to get her on there comfortably as she shifts, still unconscious. But she is on there. Now, with her on there, you won't be able to really run, Kern, or jump, because she can't hold on by herself.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I figured.
there's nothing strapping her in. So if you run or jump or do anything that might cause a death check, you might lose her.
Should we follow him? He went into the furnace room.
Yeah, let's go get him.
I will attempt to run into the wall and see if I can basically.
I'll go the long way around.
So you run under the
I will
table
also go the long way around.
to the stone wall and boop your snoot, and yeah, it's solid for you.
I will go the long way around, rubbing my snoot.
All right, you don't see anybody in this main storage room. You don't see anybody in the furnace room, and there's nobody here in the storage room.
Where did the footprints lead that were in the furnace room?
They seem to come to the mouth of the furnace itself, and basically emerge from this wall to the furnace. Sometimes coming over to the woodpile, and then going back out. They don't seem to be around this wall
Okay.
at all. It just seems to be a shortcut between the two rooms there.
Do you see
I-
any fresh footprints?
Mm-mm.
Can I try to sniff him down?
Yeah, you can absolutely try and sniff him down.
Ah,
Roll your puppy perception. That's such a good puppy
yeah.
perception. Look at that. Puppy perception. Oh yeah, dude is totally in this room. He absolutely is.
He is invisible, or intangible, or both.
Or hiding in the furnace?
Start barking at the thing.
Can I track down a specific place where he is?
Yes. Yep. He is. It seems like your guess was correct. He is actually standing about here, which would technically be inside the furnace,
But it's on.
but the furnace is on.
Guys, I think he is in the furnace, and either our problems are solved, or we have a whole lot more.
Was there any water down here?
No. There were various chemicals and sort of weird solvents and things in the lab, but this bucket is completely empty. And as far as you can tell, there wasn't any running water upstairs.
What about vents to cut off the air supply to the furnace?
There's a single chimney that leads up, and then a grate in the front, and that's it.
How much? How large is the fire in there?
Well, I mean, it's contained within the furnace itself.
Like,
So-
is it a roaring fire,
Oh,
or is
yeah.
it just like a small?
No, it's a high fire. Yeah.
All right. So option number one would not be a good way to put it out.
Hey, Hux, real quick, since
This seems to be at a standstill. Why'd your friend grab the cup and leave?
Oh, well, that's the key to the place. Didn't anyone tell you that?
No.
Well, why do you think I wanted to kill everybody in here?
Because you wanted revenge? Righteous
you
vengeance?
seem like a guy who'd do that.
What do you do? Normally.
He looks at his hat, like looks up at it, and kind of adjusts it with his drawn needle. I raise sheep and make cheese. What does it look like I do?
Sail tiny ships on the sewers of a street.
Immediately starts to huff and puff from the ground and puff out his little mouth chest. She is not tiny, I'll have you know. She's one of the finest ships ever to sail. I don't know what you think you're talking about or what you've heard, but she is a mighty vessel.
What vessel exactly?
Well, we're in between vessels right now. But that'll change.
Hey,
Can't keep a good captain down.
I mean, the captain position's not open, but after we get out of here, we do have a ship.
Oh yeah, you could come sail with us.
Well, if we make it out of here alive, if you can afford me, and we'll see.
We can afford you. Probably.
Well, why are you so far inland anyway?
Well, it was all Alet's fault. We were in between voyages. The old captain and I had a minor disagreement when we hit port, and then we got stuck on land. The harbor at Greylock closed, so we were, landlocked for a bit and decided, we'll go to Loreholt. Because, there's things to do there. And,
Yeah, especially for
There's
pirates.
nothing to do there. It's a terrible place.
It's not that bad.
And while we were there, Alad got into a bit of trouble. And his people are, they're druid folk too. Comes from a long line of tree folk. And he wanted to go visit home. And we said, sure. And he brought us out this way. And, we never did find his clan. I don't know what happened to him. But he had a bit of an accident. He busted a leg. And we heard the grain was good for healing and such, and brought him here, and next thing you know, we're in a barn!
Sounds like a rough time. And a
Well,
familiar time.
Yeah, drink was good enough, I guess. We did get to see a bit of Lorehold. Not in time and a good time. He won't say it, but he is. And since we've been here, we've just been listening to folk as they come through. People don't pay much attention to a mouse. I'm used to that. Private life and all. Pick up on things. That's how I learned about, Greyface in there. And,
What do you know about Greyface?
well, I knew he was deaf as a post. I knew that.
Huh.
I know
Okay,
that
that explains a lot.
most of the folks that come here, they're people-ish, and then slowly forget. Not me at Naughton. And Aled held on to his mind for a good long time, and then one day he just went berserk. But we learned how to kill him. The Grey folks, not Aled.
Which is...
Oh, they the base of the neck. You already gotta hit them. You gotta hit them hard. Otherwise, they just disappear into nothing.
Huh. Okay.
And you
That
can only
makes
do it with
sense.
some of them. For some reason, the little one out there, the one in the barn, the dead one, he seemed to be able to touch things the way the others can't. So I thought maybe he was this one's pup or something, and I don't know. Maybe. I haven't got it all figured out, but I knew the cup was a treasure, so I was hoping to figure out more about it, but time's a little short.
Yeah.
What about the bell that you saw, Hildreth? Or did you share that with us?
There's nothing in the book that can be read.
Yeah, it's just pictures.
But he said
That's
that
not-
there was also a bell, right?
Well, there's a picture of a bell and a picture of a cup and a picture of the symbology from the Druid Circle, but anything that was written out wasn't a language that Hildreth knows.
Gotcha.
So you haven't seen anyone named Badger passing through here?
I don't. Well, was he a badger or was his name Badger?
Well, people are animals here, so he might have been a badger. I don't know.
I
He was
don't remember
probably a
seeing
boar.
badger.
He was a wereboar.
There was a big boar.
Oh, really?
Ah, a huge thing. Massive.
Where? Where boar?
It came through, couldn't tell you. The sun doesn't come up here. I don't know how long ago it was, but yeah, there was a massive boar.
What
I was
happened
here
to
for a
it?
bit. I don't know. Couldn't understand you folks much till we came into the house. Only understood that guy because he would, do the whole clop once for yes, twice for no sort of thing.
Clop clop.
Mm-hmm.
Would he have been back in the barn?
He was in the barn for a bit. He's not anymore. I don't know where he went. I think he was going to punch the hole in the wall.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay. Okay, another mystery to solve. For now, we need to figure out how to get this guy out of the furnace, you coward!
Yeah, this is a dick move right here.
Can I just try to smoke him out
How are you going to smoke him out?
by doing a Kern special?
Are you going to poop in it?
That's the current special.
How are we gonna get
Alright.
it into the furnace, though?
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be poop.
Well, but, I mean,
Oh, you-
that is one thing you could certainly do. When cows and horses poo, it is a bit of a projectile. I can say from life experience.
Yeah. Yesterday
Yeah.
I noticed that as well.
I was gonna
yeah.
say, Kern or Sid, you can probably
God.
confirm that.
Oh my god! Yesterday was my level of empathy for them just got like exponentially lower. The amount of bruises I got in my leg from being like kicked from behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still feel bad, but like pushing them around and stuff was.
Mm-hmm. His opinion.
Yes, I will try to poop in the fire.
Okay. Okay.
Somehow
To
it
try to
feels
smoke
better
him
now
out.
that you're a horse. This is okay compared to how the usual goes.
Is it though? Is it?
Yes!
Alright. So there's no roll for that because there just isn't, and I don't want to think about it too hard. So Kern, thank you for turning yourself around. Kern does the Kern special to the grates, splattering all over the floor and the front of the furnace, but getting enough into the fire. And it is a lovely smell for all involved. Oh my lord. Forcing the man in gray to come out and materialize, gasping slightly inside the furnace room. And for a moment, it is a most undignified picture until he seems to, regain his composure, remember who he is, what he is, and stands up straight and manages to look, fiercely annoyed
As soon as he
at
appears,
Heard
his
that.
creatures.
I want to charge him as soon as I see him.
Okay. What are you gonna say, Kurt?
I've heard that since one sense goes down, the other senses like are heightened.
Roll your attack, Xylund.
Okay. So I'm doing a charge. I'm just gonna jump over Davynn if I can.
Well, he's a puppy, so yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh.
No. So do a little bullfighter cape whoosh. And you miss striking him in the midst of all his little cloaky stuff. And you hear his voice again, that weird out of sync thing. I would hate to kill you all. Give me the cup and the girl, and you can go home. I'll send you home.
Oh.
No.
Tell him
Fuck
nay.
you.
Tell him nay, Kern.
He's our friend.
Tell him nay.
Nay, I say, nay. He's our friend. What do you want with her?
It's interesting. You are not.
Excuse.
We're
I
pretty
have
interesting.
dragon blood!
But I'll kill you all, her included, if I don't get my cup.
Well, we
What
don't
do you
have
need
the
it
cup,
for?
so...
Alright.
We really don't have the cup!
What do you need the cup for?
Yeah, I gotta change my thing here.
I made this helm out of a dragon's skull. It looks pretty cool. If you saw it, I'm sure you'd think I was a lot more interesting.
I love you guys are all offended. What is going on? Why is none of my stuff?
I can't do everything I wanted to do yet, but it's going to have like a timer in the ear, and I'm thinking I'm going to put some kind of iron plate on the forehead so I can headbutt things. That's got horns and a visor that lets me see in the dark. And it's going to have
And a
an air,
gas
air
mask, which
filtration
would be
thing.
really helpful right now.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
would. Hux comes running up, jumps on Davynn's back. That's it, lads. Don't give him nothing. I don't care if we all die here.
I do,
I mean, I
but
kinda do.
Well, who are you anyway? Gray man.
Great man. This is my home. Or it will be.
Are you with the druids?
He laughs. In manner of speaking.
Oh, you seem to be trying to decipher their lore. Have I got that right?
I've heard it. I wrote it.
Oh, how old are you?
He tilts his head. We are ageless, as we have always been.
Oh shit,
and
are you
will be
glamour?
again. My what?
Glamored.
What's your AC, goat?
that's a weird question to ask.
Yeah,
Oh god, no.
10.
Grabs you by a horn. What did you call me?
Glamored.
He just looks at you in one eye and then the other.
Well, what's the PC term?
He shakes your head.
Hux, are we good to charge? Because I want to charge him.
Yes! Hux is all
Put
about
that
it.
goat down!
Here comes Puppy Davynn! Attack Puppy Davynn!
Nah.
No, okay. No real connection there. So the man in gray sighs. I'm gonna have to put you all back in your pens, aren't I?
Well, you could let us go.
Nobody puts puppy in a cage.
Nobody.
If you can't behave, then you'll have to go back. I'll find the
Why?
cup myself.
I don't understand.
I
Alright.
don't understand.
Well. Okay. We hitting them, or are
You
we
wanna hit him?
running?
I don't know, like,
I thought I was carrying Hux into battle to hit him, but no.
did Hux
Oh.
jump off?
Hux is still riding you. He just didn't know you wanted
Oh,
to hit him.
Yes,
this was
I
letting
was
you
trying to bite him.
attack.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I thought. Yeah, you were biting him. Yeah, Hux is still riding on you. Because his other ride has the cup and has disappeared into the ether. He just want to be on the floor.
Go, tiny pirate!
Alright, I'll roll an attack. With his
Do what I
heel.
cannot!
I don't know if he can hit this guy. That would be a no. That would be a big no. No, he used all his awesomeness on that owl with 1 hit point.
Right. Well.
So the man in gray.
Do we just go and try to find Badger? Right now?
No. Can't now, unfortunately.
Can't.
No.
Oh.
Gonna sigh.
It's-
You'll have to stay here, I'm afraid.
Can't tell us what to do. You're not a real
Wisdom save.
dad?
Hopefully you guys do well.
Is that all of us again?
Yes, please.
Could I be a lucky horse?
Oh, 14's
I'm
not bad.
not.
Alright. Oh my
Ah,
god!
Hildreth.
Why is this chicken in
Booyah.
creation? What is that?
Might be a chicken, but I have the power of the elders flowing through my brain.
Apparently.
He don't give a fuck.
So, the man in gray begins to herd everyone except Chicken, who still has his free will, into this storeroom. And he's got the cage, and he has Rabbit, Lana. As he walks you back there, he seems to ignore you, Hildreth, as he sort of brings everyone else over here. And you all just sort of walk docilely along, do to do.
Except Hildred.
Except Hildreth, who is free. And he bravely runs away.
Yeah, fly, Hildreth. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Waiting for the gray man to walk away and forget I exist.
So the gray man shuts you guys in here. He doesn't lock it, he just shuts it. And takes Lana back to her table and begins work again. And Hildreth, where you are, you can see that Naughton has flown up and is now hiding behind these bags here, where he apparently has been for a while. But he's completely behind it. You don't see it until you actually get to the corner of the wall, and he has the silver cup behind him.
So, you have any plans?
Kern looks at you.
Right. Keep the cup hidden.
Go, Hildreth, go. Dun, 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 dun,
All right.
dun, 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 dun,
Time to
dun.
unlock the door with my chicken powers.
Go, chicken!
Is there a knob I have to pull?
There is a pool, yeah. You can jump. You can. I mean, you do have 20 feet of flight. So,
All right. I'll do my chickeny best to open that door.
all right. Do your chickeny bests. The door itself is, again, it's not latched or anything, so it does open. Everyone else is sort of standing there in a stupor, looking like dumb animals.
I'll
Pack
go
us to try to get us.
to wake up Xylund, think better of it, and wake up Kern first.
How do you choose to wake up Kern?
I guess I'll start by climbing on his face and start batting my wings on him.
Okay.
Wait, I've got a better idea.
Oh, here we go. It's gonna be a cock slap, isn't it?
God
Yeah.
damn it.
That's a good one, though.
It's a nice party
Nice.
cock slap right there.
Nice cock
Meaty
slap there.
cock slap.
Yep.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. Just flapping my wings in his face.
All right, Kern, you slowly come back to your senses and see Hildreth beating his wings in your face. What?
You know, Xylund's gonna get really upset when you find out at the end of this that someone else cock-slapped Kern.
Yeah,
In the
even
face.
real upset.
In the
face. You're awake, Kern. Your mind
Shake
clears.
my head in
and-
surprise.
Yeah, you get your mental stability back.
Alright. I'll go and
Are you awake?
be like, yes, I'm okay. Wake the others, and I'll nod. I'll hoof at Xylund to try to get him out.
Guess,
Poke him.
Puppy Davynn is next.
Alright, cocks up Puppy Davynn while Kern pokes Xylund.
I'm not like making a hoof attack with this. I'm just
No,
like,
yeah, just a general nudge.
Oh, Davynn. Not a good.
Nice. Well, I mean, you nudge him.
Yeah.
Xylund, make a wisdom with advantage.
Okay. Hmm.
11.
11. That'll be enough. Alright, Hildreth, you're gonna do your cock slap. That'll definitely hit. Puppy Davynn. Welcome back, Puppy Davynn.
No!
You're awake. Be happy for it.
I felt like I was being murdered by a feather monster.
Nope. Just
So-
cock slap.
Is Hux awake yet?
Mm-mm.
I'll go gently ram him.
A gentle ramming.
Yeah.
Very gentle ramming. Alright. That's enough to get him a roll anyway. Okay. So he comes back to his senses.
So as soon as he opens his eyes or whatever, some sort of shakes his head, I'm gonna start talking. So,
Yeah.
do you know how we use the thingamajig, the cup, to get out of here?
I know he values it. He never lets it out of his sight. He won't actually hurt us. I don't think he's allowed to or something. I don't know. He's just... I've never actually seen him hurt an animal before. That's why I was so surprised about the whole pig carcass upstairs.
Do you think that was somebody else?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Are you sure this guy's the bad guy?
No. No,
Well, he's
not-
taking
not-
blood.
Yeah, but he's not like
She's-
cutting him open and stuff.
She's holding our
That's
friend
true.
hostage. One way or another, we need to figure something out to get him free.
Well, I say we just next time we just go in there, grab Lily and Lana, and fucking get
Well,
out of
Lily
here.
is still in your mouth. Like,
Yeah,
I think
you
I took
still...
the cage. I thought he took...
No, you guys have the cage.
Oh, okay, cool.
The cage is in here with you. It's only the rabbit that he took.
Oh, okay. I thought I took them both back.
No. The cage is still in the storeroom with you guys. So yeah. That's pretty much all I found out. But I've never been into the house before. But I know the cup is a really big deal. It's never supposed to get hurt. It's never supposed to be out of his sight. Like the one thing he cares about.
So, like, if we hurt the cup, something bad will happen to him.
I don't know. Probably. Maybe.
Should we hold the cup hostage? Like, give us our friend and let us out of here, or the cup gets it?
Oh, isn't that kind of what we're doing now?
Not
I
I
so
don't
suppose
know
so.
what we're doing.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Why don't we just destroy it?
Well, it might be the key to
Might
getting
not
us
be the
back
best.
to not animal forms.
and also out of here.
I didn't think about that. I just thought it might blow him up.
How about we, figure out what his deal is right now? Like, be like, hey, got off on the wrong hoof.
You actually
What?
gonna talk to that thing again?
I can use my puppy dog eyes.
I mean, just be like, you gotta understand how this looks. It's creepy. We have no idea where this is, and you have our friend on an operating table. We just kind of assume the worst. What's happening? We want to make sure she's okay.
Last time we tried to talk, he mind whammied us and put us in here.
That's because
we did charge him.
you guys were trying to attack him.
I wasn't. I was talking to him, and then I called him a glamour, and he grabbed my horn.
No. The first thing that you did was jump over a table and headbutt him, which was awesome, but also...
You did.
I don't remember that. I have 2 intelligence, just to remind everyone.
He doesn't remember that, probably. And if it were Xylund, he'd just say you're living in the past, man.
Yeah.
All right. So how about this? One of us goes to talk to him to get information out. And then if things go bad, we hold Cup down and, use it as, a hostage. Somebody gets ready to trample it.
Have something to say about us talking to people? She had good advice the other day. What was that?
Do it
Just
more.
talk to them.
Tell them that we're clerics
Fire.
of who is it?
Derelict.
Priest of
That
Derelict?
didn't work out.
No,
Okay.
that's what you say all the
Yeah,
time.
that's your thing.
Okay, so don't do that.
Just walk in. So, we got off on the wrong foot. We're clerics of Derelict.
All right. How about I try talking to him to get more information? I don't know. Maybe I can give it a shot. I
was
feel
doing
like I am
alright.
the cutest of all of you guys right now. No offense to any of you. I think you're all very
mean,
cute people.
You're
I don't
making
think
it weird,
he's
Davynn.
influenced by cuteness.
I mean, come on.
Maybe though.
Well, I still think that we can have one person talk to him, and then we'll hold the cup hostage and just be like, we'll dent it, stomp all over it.
We'll tempt it.
Bearing in mind that he's probably a glamour who are super powerful and sort of exist beyond the confines of good and evil as we understand it.
Yeah.
So he could turn on a dime and just kill us with his mind, probably, if he felt
Sure.
like it.
Yeah.
Hey, we've killed a glamour before.
It wasn't
Granted,
easy.
yeah, and granted, we weren't animals at the time, but if it comes down to it, I believe in us.
Or even right after.
I don't.
Alright.
All right. So as you all are discussing your plans, a voice comes down from the top of the stairs, echoing through the cellar, very clear, and says, "Lord, we've corralled almost all of them." There's a pause. "Master?" And then it comes louder. "Master!" And you hear a small grumble. And footsteps coming down the small flight.
Let's hold this guy hostage, too.
Isn't
Well,
he?
no,
deaf?
let's see if they go upstairs. And
Oh,
if they
okay.
do, then we go get Lana and just book it the hell out of here.
Okay, good idea.
You hear the creak of the door open, and a more muted form of conversation, and then 2 sets of footsteps head up the small flight of stairs.
Was that him leaving? Can we grab Lana and go?
Yeah, let's go. Let's
Let's
go.
search
Let's
his
go.
room. Maybe we can find out how to operate this cup.
Okay. Does anybody remember how to read?
Hildreth was looking at a book. I think Hildreth
The
does.
fuck is reading?
Yeah, I think he'll just your best chance on that one. You're all
Oh,
pretty
boy.
dumb.
Hildreth, read the books. Tell us what they mean.
Decipher the codes.
Last time
The
I looked
ancient
at it,
language.
it wasn't in a language I knew.
Alright, let me try it then.
Look at other books.
I will
We're
attempt
just
to
tear
read a
apart the
book.
lab looking for
Yeah,
books.
I guess.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
all
just go
start
through
reading
his
other
stuff.
books.
Okay. So everyone goes back to the lab.
I'll
starts
just do
nosing
general
through bugs.
investigation.
Yeah, it's just everyone roll your investigation. Go right ahead.
Kern gets his own head lodged up his butt.
Yeah, Kern's like, ow.
I found
knocking
something.
shit
Yeah.
over.
Oh,
No,
God.
this is with our base animal stat intelligence, right?
It is.
Damn.
Yeah. Yay! Chicken intelligence. So Davynn and
What?
Hildreth are able to get some books around and start to rifle through them quickly. And although it is true that they are written in a language that you cannot read, they do have a lot of pictures in them. And what you glean very quickly is that the bell and the chalice used to be a single, like, ball of silver that was cut in half. And so one was made into the cup, the other was made into the bell, according to the diagrams inside the book. And from what you can decipher with chicken and puppy combined intelligence, destroying one will affect the other. That they are forever bound.
Oh, they rang the bell to get us here.
So
Wasn't
maybe
that
if we
right?
do destroy the cup, then that'll fuck up the bell, and then we can get home. I mean, that's kind of our
Yeah.
mission anyway. We want to get the bell away from them because they're kind of abusing it or something. I don't know. It's all a bit
Our
hazy.
mission was to go get Badger, and the bell was his mission.
Right. Well, it was our
Oh, yeah,
mission
yeah,
too.
yeah.
I
So we
mean,
gotta
but
go
if-
find Badger.
But Huck says Badger's not here. He was here, now he's gone. I
Yeah.
don't know where he is. And the only barn that you guys saw was the one that you were in.
Right.
It
We
was
don't-
that.
Maybe
and
if we
this house.
like drink something from the chalice, it'll do something to us.
Well, the chalice is in the next room over. Let's find out.
Well, is there
Let's
like
go.
water or something in here, and we can
No.
attempt to do that?
There's no water that
There's
you
chemicals.
guys have found. Yeah, there's various chemicals in the lab, but those are the only liquids you've seen.
Okay.
Let's go check out some of these things. I'll sniff them and see if they're
Well, let's get
Drinkable.
Lana first.
and that too. Is Lana here?
Yeah, the rabbit is still on the table.
Yeah, we'll saddle her up again.
Okay, so you reclaim your rabbit. You were all together again. What's the plan?
I say we chuck the chalice into the furnace. See what happens.
Throw it into the fire.
But if we do that and then we're stuck here forever,
We don't exactly have a way to get it back out.
You can urinate on the fire.
I don't think my bladder can put that out.
we need to find more water one way or another.
I'm just getting a flashback to that quote from Dodgeball right now. Like, is it necessary that I drink my own urine? No, but it's sterile. I like the taste.
I haven't seen that movie in way too long.
Oh, I love that movie.
Maybe we can try that. God damn it.
Well, you guys can sniff around. I mean, you do have a puppy with bonus to smells.
Yeah, I'll sniff around for some water or something along those lines.
Or like just something drinkable.
Yep.
Well, there are a couple things that might work. Again, no water. But there is water that looks like it's got something infused in it. It's not clean and it doesn't smell great. It's got something floating in it that you're not entirely sure what it is. But it might be okay. And there's also several vials of blood.
Yeah.
On hand. That might work.
On one hand,
And-
yeah. On the other hand, that smells delicious as a puppy.
Yes. And then there is one vial with a sort of a lilac-colored liquid to it that does not smell awful. It doesn't look like water, but it doesn't smell bad either.
Does it smell like perfume?
No, it doesn't smell like soap or perfume or anything like that. It doesn't smell chemically in any way.
Maybe this, or maybe the blood vials.
I'll try the blood if no one else wants to.
No.
I don't have a problem with drinking blood.
All right, Hildreth. Let Hildreth do it.
Okay.
Drink it from the chalice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's. Okay, I'm gonna grab the vial in my mouth, and then I'm gonna ask for Hildreth to use his beak to uncork it so that we can pour it into the chalice which we set on the floor.
Okay. So Howler calls for Naughton. He brings forth the chalice into the lab so that you guys may use it. Are you sure about this?
No.
About as sure as we were of your plan.
I still say killing everybody is the best way to go. But that guy does seem to be hard to take down.
He'd be a challenge to kill, yeah.
So you've got your chalice. Get your blood into it. And Hildreth, you choose to drink it?
Yup.
Alright. Please roll a charisma save.
With the chicken's charisma.
With the chicken.
I've got normal charisma, but no saves.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on.
Wait, the chicken has
4
better charisma than the dog?
I've got 4 charisma. I don't know if I got better charisma.
Oh my gosh.
Woo!
Hooray.
That's at a minus
Excellent.
3.
Excellent. Alright, so you drink blood from the chalice. And it's a very odd sensation that washes over you, Hildreth. You can begin to feel those connections that were severed when you got here. They start to renew. It's like
Ooh.
it's the feeling of a ghost limb, you know. It's there, but it's not there. And it's the first time you felt that way since you woke up in this place. And it feels like your senses begin to expand a little bit. And the cup, while it doesn't seem to move physically, has almost like a dancing shadow to it. A little bit of an aura that clings to it that shifts as you watch. And the rest of you feel minor tremors beneath your feet. And you hear a clump, clump, clump at top speed coming down the stairs. The old mastiff sort of skids to a stop in front of the door, his little muzzle agape.
What?
What did you guys do?
We're drinking from this cup. Want some?
It's full of blood.
Was that bad? Why did you not tell us that was bad? You could have helped us.
Yeah, that's not good. Not good
Why?
at all. He starts to back away slowly on just padding backwards. It's on you now. It's yours. And he starts
What
to clamber
is?
back towards the steps.
What is?
Answer me, damn it!
I'm gonna drink from the cup before things get too crazy.
Okay. Xylund also do a charisma check.
Okay.
I missed it. Did Xylund drink from the cup?
I'm
No,
about
you
to.
did. He's going to and fail miserably.
Does he get his Paladin aura that adds his charisma
No,
bonus
he's
onto
not a
his saves as
paladin.
well?
He's a goat.
Ow.
I know. But
What
then
is
he would
it?
have a negative
Paladin?
1.
There's no difference. Paladin, goat, same thing.
Paladin goat save. So you drink, Xylund, and you start to kind of feel nauseous, and the tremors under your hooves seem to become minor earthquakes. It's almost like getting car sick. It's a motion sickness feeling as the world sort of roils around you. Hildreth,
It's me.
What would you like to do?
Back away from Xylund?
If I'm able,
Probably back away from everyone right now.
Alrighty. Xylund, what would you like to do?
well, if I'm able, I'd like to knock over the cup with one of my hooves so that no one else drinks from it, because that seems like a bad idea now. to
Okay.
me.
So you knocked it over. The remainder of the blood spilling all over the floor. The tremors continue. You start to get a little more raucous. You still feel extremely motion sick, Xylund, and
I
very
don't feel
dizzy.
very well.
Hildreth, you feel perfectly fine. You feel fine and calm, and you feel like you don't.
Feels like what?
You feel like you.
Better me than a chicken.
You feel like you are yourself, totally and fully again.
Do I still look like a chicken?
Do you look at yourself?
Yep.
What do you want to look like?
Regular old me.
You look like regular old you.
Oh.
Can you cast Eldritch Blast?
I don't think Hildreth's ever been able to cast Eldritch Blast.
Yes! Yes! Narrows down what you are. Yes, you're not a warlock. You fell for it.
No!
I'm awesome.
I will exclaim that I'm back to my old self again.
And
Does
he
he?
does. Yeah, that's Hildreth.
I can delete the chicken and have my regular character sheet?
Yes, you can do Hildreth again.
What? Davynn, why did you knock it over? That looks perfect. That's exactly what we want.
Well, it didn't work for me. Maybe I'm about to
Have you
barf myself
tried?
up, though. I'll try to barf myself up. See if I
Try and barf yourself up.
crawl out of my mouth like a bloody fetus.
Oh.
Oh.
Ugh.
No.
I like
just
my
for
version better.
No. Alright. Yeah, Hildreth, you're full on you again. You have normal stats, normal body. You still don't have your familiar and your other are still not here, but the connection is there again. They're just not here. You seem unable to call them. But you can feel their absence where before you didn't feel anything.
Now the question is, does anyone else see me as me?
Yes, everyone sees you as you.
Oh, okay.
Wait, maybe we should have been drinking Anna's blood out of this thing.
What? Why?
Because he seemed to like it. Grey man.
I think those vials are Lana's blood.
All of
They're
them?
not labeled, so
Maybe.
Did it
I
work for you,
mean-
Island?
Like he took a syringe and like drew some blood from her. So
he did. It's still in the syringe, and it is still sitting on the table.
All right, let's try Lana's blood.
Let's try it. I'm sure she'll be okay with it.
You
know what?
Fine.
I
She
personally...
she was all down for trying the painting plan on me. I don't. It's okay if she's not okay with it.
I think we should observe Xylund some more. If I change back and he's still a goat, something's not right here.
That one's still the code.
All right, let's
You gonna do the Lana
try
plan?
drinking Lana's blood.
Yes.
Okay.
All
You
right.
write
do
the
it, Davynn.
chalice. The only person with the manual dexterity to work the syringe would be Hildreth.
Are you all certain about this? That dog seemed fairly concerned that we were doing this. And there's no way to explain the shaking. Everyone else felt that, right?
Yes, but
Yeah.
the closer we can get to what we could do normally, the better of a chance we have of surviving this.
Yeah.
Unless.
Unless this permanently traps us here?
I was thinking that too.
It could be something very much like that. We saw one of the girls earlier shifting, transforming between one form and the next, being unstable.
You
I'm
mean
not
Lana?
so certain. I can't tell the two apart. Tieflings all look the same to me.
Kern gives a mental shrug up to the point where he said Stieflings all look the same. I mean, they're twins.
Damn it.
Not all Tieflings
Kern,
look the same.
Kern,
Not all
explain
Tieflings
how
look
you
the same.
explain
But
how you
these
do the shrugging mentally. How do you do this?
It's the same reason you can
just
hear
give a
cat
mental
smoke
shrug.
psychically. Yeah, it's just part of who he is. All right, what are you gonna do?
We don't have any other plan, though. I mean, we might as well try this.
Well,
I have an idea.
I can go talk to people now. I've got that going for me.
We could talk to the guy before, and he was a dick.
I have an idea.
What I
Yes.
Please don't
Yeah.
hate me if this goes wrong. I will bite the chalice.
You will bite it?
Yes, like I'm trying to scratch it.
Okay. It seems to be pretty soft. You leave little teeth marks in it.
So cute.
But it doesn't. You don't feel any negative reaction or anything. It doesn't shock you or hurt you or anything. It feels like you're biting a soft piece of metal.
Is there any reaction from either the world or Hildreth?
No.
Okay. So it looks like damage you get lightly doesn't do too much.
I guess we could always fill it with more blood and see if anyone else wants to try. I'm still not certain it's safe.
Yeah.
Yes, yours is a little more tumultuous than everybody else's, but the tremor is still there.
I don't know. Gotta figure out a way out of here.
Alright, just, I'm already fucked, so put some of that Lana blood in there and I'll drink it and see what happens.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Guess that's fair.
She's
If you explode
Like
in a giant blood beast, though, I'm sorry.
Yeah, maybe you guys just stand over there
sounds good.
in case this gets energy.
All right.
Yeah, Hildreth will find some more blood, and he's not going to put the full vial in there. Just a.
Well, we're
drink,
using
a
the syringe
drop or
blood, I
two.
think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
syringe
using
drug.
the syringe. So yeah, you can control how much you put in.
All right, just enough for like a gulp or two.
Okay.
1 cc.
1 cc.
1 cc of Lana blood coming right up.
Xylund, you're gonna drink it.
So I'll lap it up.
All right. Make a charisma check.
Come on, Charisma. Oh my
Okay.
god.
So, you drink the blood in the chalice. The chalice has begun to rock back and forth on its little pedestal and has started to smoke slightly, beginning to melt at the rim. You, Xylund, at first you feel incredibly nauseous, like the whole world flip-flopped. It's the most severe motion sickness you've ever experienced. But once that's done, once that's over, you feel kind of a wave of heat starts at your nose, moves all the way down to your hooves. You can't see yourself, but the others see you just fine. And for just a moment, Xylund starts to shimmer in grayscale, very fine, overlapping grayscale. It only lasts a moment. It just sort of shivers across his face and his back and down his legs. And when it's done, his eyes are still silver, and the rest of him goes back to black. And all the while, the chalice in the center of the room is slowly melting in on itself. The inscriptions and the pictures that have been carved on it are too soft to identify, begin to collapse in on themselves. The walls shake harder. The ground starts to rock. You can hear a split somewhere deeper into the cellar as the crates and barrels begin to collapse and fall. Naughton starts to squawk and flap his wings. And even brave Hux starts to look a little nervous.
Come on, Dragons.
I know. Poor Twinki's router. Yeah. Xylund, once your momentary silverification is over, you now see the world totally differently. The cellar is just lines on paper for you. You can see through the walls. You can see through the table. It's not there. You could walk through anything you wanted.
Huh.
And it's all slowly fading from existence. You can see the lines curve in on themselves until they don't exist anymore.
This is trippy. Put some more blood in there before the chalice totally melts.
What are you seeing?
Why?
What's happening?
I'm going through to the other side. I'm like, reality is fading. I'm like transcending and shit. Quick, more blood.
God, no! This is the worst time to have Xylund on an acid trip!
More blood! Hildreth!
Hildreth will begrudgingly put some more in the chalice.
Okay.
I'll
And-
try
At this point,
I'm
if there's a
gonna
curse
stop
on
you.
anything, it's on him, not me.
I
Those
attempt to
Xylund-
stop Hildreth, but I'm
Oh,
ineffectual
okay.
because I am a puppy.
You are a puppy, unfortunately. Xylund, as you take your next gulp, Hildreth, while Xylund is experiencing reality collapsing in on itself, you get a similar feeling, but it's all sensation for you. You still see solid walls and solid tables, but you can kind of feel, it's like being in a room where the walls are slowly closing in. You begin to feel more and more and more claustrophobic, even though everything looks exactly the same. You have a slightly different experience. Do your charisma check there, Xylund.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
Hey! Hey!
So everything is still sort of erasing itself. It's slowly unwinding and joining this kind of silver cast that you see everywhere. Glancing up at Kern, you can see Lana as effectively Lana slung over Kern's back. And she is in tiefling form, but it doesn't look precisely like her. Her forearm is silver and shines against sort of the pallor of everything else. But she is still in effectively humanoid form. You can see the beginnings of people's old selves in their animal likenesses. Of course, Kern's magnificent mane, but you can kind of see like Davynn's face sort of stuck on his puppy self. Everybody except Hux. Hux looks exactly the same. There seems to be no humanoid traces in Hux. Even Naughton looks different in your vision. Looks like a man that's sort of doing a squat on the table as opposed to a bird. But yeah, the world is rapidly fading from existence.
Guys, it's all in your head. You're not actually animals. You just got to snap out of it.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're not in there is just a dude squatting on the table. You look ridiculous, man.
What the... Xylund, you're not making sense.
Drink the blood. Drink the blood. Before the cup melts.
Okay, fine!
Sure. Why not? I can't see this going wrong.
I will drink the blood.
There is
Am I
enough
still
left.
a goat, by the way?
Yeah. Yep, you're a black goat with silver eyes right now.
Okay.
That's free baller.
So there is enough left for 2.
That's us too.
Okay.
Sorry,
You
not
guys-
you
Well,
look
we can
fine, I was
always
just
draw
kidding.
more blood from.
Well, the cup is deteriorating quickly.
Yeah.
It is continually melting. It is a slow process, but it is slowly accelerating. So you have enough time and enough blood for both you and Davynn to
Alright.
drink, and then that's going to be about it.
All right,
Careful.
let's do it, Davin.
Careful.
I wonder
Charisma.
what Lana's gonna think of finding out that we all drank her blood.
It's gonna be
Hey.
weird.
We don't have to tell her. Oh shit! Look at that.
Davynn.
Good job, Dad.
Davin.
Yeah.
Double crits. And you said puppies were not charisma.
Well, charisma, of course. Yes. So, Davynn, as again, the blood is gulped up by the two of you, and the cup has just the barest sort of fullness at the bottom, as the top of it has melted away and is pooling on the ground in liquid form. You two begin to see just glimpses of the true nature of this place. Not quite to the extent that Xylund did, because you don't get to see it for as long. But you begin to understand what you're looking at, and you begin to hear the voices of everything nearby, human and animal mixed together, the voices of the other people in gray, the unmistakable voice of the master, the alchemist, the one you met down here, screaming, angry and in pain, as the world starts to slip and continue to collapse. The room that you're in is stable-ish. As Island, you can see everything else closing in, but the room that you're in is okay. And Hildreth, for your vision, it's probably the most solid thing that you've ever seen. You don't. There's no cracks in the walls. There's even the tremors are minor for you. You are a center of stability, and this room will not fall so long as you're here.
Oh, that's nice.
But Xylund, you perceive the rest of the world being slowly erased, and Davynn, you can hear as each of these voices cry out and are gone, just howls on the wind. And Kern, all you can focus on is the sensation of this weight on your back, going from featherlight to heavier and heavier.
Yeah.
Until it feels like there's an actual person there. And the last few moments, the tiny voice of Howler Hux cuts through the darkening air, and all you hear him say is, "Well, see you blokes on the other side."
What the fuck is going on? Oh
Reality-
god, no.
Reality closes in.
Did we just kill a reality?
Don't know.
You still are in a stone room when the light returns. No tables, no equipment, just stone walls in a stone cellar. The familiar drip of a leak somewhere off in the distance. You are you again, more or less.
Am I unparalyzed?
You are unparalyzed, Davynn, and humanoid.
I will, like,
Humanoid?
human, correct?
Well, you were never entirely human, but
Fair.
yes, as human as you ever were.
I will pat myself down and then
Yes.
let out one big sigh of relief as I can finally move and end myself again.
Finally move, you are yourself again. Kern, you are also back in your own body with an unconscious Lana draped across you in your lap.
Is
Hildreth,
Lily-
Did Lily
what?
bust out of a wicker cage?
Lily and her cage are not here.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Lily and her cage are not here. You don't see Hux. You don't see Naughton. Hildreth, you are actually the first one to sort of come to your senses, and you feel completely calm. Your familiar is not in eyesight, but you feel him very comfortably. Like he's definitely within range. And Xylund, you appear to be you again. You are humanoid again, but the silver eyes are still there.
Oh, fuck yes.
Yeah, it's cool.
You are in a stone chamber. If you listen carefully, you can hear the rush of a waterfall. The only light is the streaming dawn from somewhere beyond the mouth of the room. And this is where we will pick up next time.
All right.
I have so many questions.
Yeah.
I know.